Basement Benchwarmers podcast back for another week. Week 3 of the NFL in the books. And what we're going to talk about, little week 3 recap. Also week 4 preview. We got Ed, Eric, and Willie here tonight. I think Rick might be stopping by maybe. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Get going tonight. A lot to talk about. Let's start with how was our week? Actually 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. So let's talk to Ed. How was your last couple weeks?
Oh, sorry, I'm still hungover. I had fun this weekend. Yeah, but anyways, we'll get into that probably. You guys make fun of me all the time about the way I dress, and you know what? I agree. I think it's time for a change. After watching what Bar Rescue did for the Interlude 2, if you haven't been there, go check it out. Still smells the same. I think I need a Bar Rescue type intervention. I already grew the mustache, so that's gone now. But this was for 2 weeks ago.
I thought it was still there.
Yes, I grew the mustache. Maybe it's time for a Basement Benchwarmers makeover.
Oh.
Nobody's ever thought of this. So maybe like Rick and Timmy could take me shoe shopping. You know, those guys are always with the shoes. Willie could take me hat shopping. Great with the hats. Well, exercise gear, I can go with Glenn. He can help me get set up for that, so work out. And of course, for my main fit, talking like the kids now, for my main fit, I need help from the best dresser I know. Scott, can you do me a huge favor and get me Justin Bass's phone number? He is the best dresser I know. Hopefully he's still listening. He was always the best dresser.
If you know type of thing?
Yeah.
He
was always a great dresser.
Yeah, Justin was always in tight pants. I'll tell you that.
I think he's down in Florida, isn't he?
Yeah, yes he is.
I know he's listened to the show before.
He is in Florida, yeah.
So, Justin, if you're listening, I need help with my fit.
You're fit. Okay.
I guess that's what the kids say.
Mm. And Eric.
Last couple of weeks, not a lot of excitement, a lot of work stuff. I listened to you guys a little bit before the show and some of the partying you did over the weekend. And I'm in the Dells for a couple conferences, and the first, I won't mention who the organizations were, but during the day they're like, yeah, we do a little hospitality hour at 5. And I've been to these a million times. It's kind of like some charcuterie, some pretzels and stuff like that, and maybe a cocktail. I go into this place. They had rented one of the condos at the Kalahari. It's 5 o'clock, and I walk in. I go down to the basement, and there's a guy walking around with a bottle of Malort pouring shots. And I'm like, am I home? Like, what is this, the Basement Benchwarmers? Like, what is going on here? And I did my best to walk around, followed him around. He was pouring shots just for everybody, and I kept telling him, like, you don't want to drink that. You don't want to drink that. But then here's me an hour later doing multiple shots of Malort, So, yeah.
It's kind of ironic who you work for.
Exactly. Well, that's why I don't want to say the organization, yada, 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 but yeah. So, yeah.
You work for Schlitz. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Old style?
The Shots Brewery.
Schmiel.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. So, just a lot of work stuff, a little bit of golf here and there. Nothing too exciting the last couple of weeks. Happy to be here.
Okay.
It's good to have you. Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Drinking a little cold time with the boys.
We got the OGs here today.
Yeah.
The GOATs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My last couple of weeks, what did I do? I did go up to Door County one weekend, and we served 650 bicyclists. Eric, I kept looking for you up there.
You served them, huh?
I would have poisoned them all.
You've been served.
We served them their dinner or their meal once they got done with their ride, so people were going on a...
So they shit their pants in the dining room then?
Good thing we were outside the tent.
Were they still in spandex or no?
Some were.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of people that shouldn't be wearing spandex.
You know me and bicyclists. They rank just above guys bringing gloves to baseball games. Barely.
You got to have that padding too, right around the groin.
Oh yeah,
right
so a lot of that.
Oh, God.
It just gives your whole undercarriage a little blanket as you ride the bike.
I don't know how you do it, Willie.
Yeah.
You're an angel. I mean, you're a saint. I would have been choking people.
Choking the chickens.
But yeah, so yeah, it was interesting to see all walks of life. But some people rode 100 miles, some people rode 75,
Sure.
50, and I think 25 was just
Yeah,
about.
that's about my distance right now.
25 is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great weekend for it, but yeah, watch a lot of watch some college football and some. But you know what, Ed? Been watching a lot of women's volleyball, college volleyball.
It's been
a lot.
on. It was
A lot
on during the
on.
week a lot.
Yeah,
What was that all? What's that all about?
it's how it is now.
Yeah.
And ESPN
It's
always
a
has
great sport
one
to
good
watch.
match to watch, and like the opening night, I think when they played up in Milwaukee,
Mhm.
they had like 4 of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, probably what? Yeah,
Are the
Badgers,
still
Texas.
in the mix.
Yeah, I think they were number. Yeah, I think they're
Whose number was
number
it?
7.
Is it Texas?
Texas.
Yeah.
I think Texas is one.
Yeah, I couldn't believe last
Usually
year
UCLA or something.
during the tournament or whatever the attention and the crowds were huge.
Huge. Oh, absolutely. They had when Marquette played Wisconsin, they had to play at the Kohl Center
Yeah.
because there was that many tickets.
Well, the largest college game I think was I mean, they had a concert and stuff, but they had like 90-some thousand or something last
Nebraska.
year. Yeah, Nebraska.
Yep.
Wow.
Up on the football field.
Yeah, I did notice it's on TV a lot
A lot more
during the week.
Yeah.
It was.
It's a great visual sport. Well, obviously, I'm not being a pervert either. A little bit, but
No, they're athletes. I mean, it's
Dude,
it's exciting.
it's not like men's volleyball where it's all just power and spikes. There's actual
Some digging
back and forth
yeah.
and.
Yeah.
Get some great
Yeah.
acrobatic plays.
That's, I can't watch men's tennis though either because it's just like 180-mile-an-hour serve and then the guy tries to hit it back and then it's over.
Right.
That's why I like. If I'm gonna watch tennis, I like women's tennis much better.
They always say too, like when you watch, like for an everyday golfer, best golf to watch is watch women's golf because it's
yeah.
the most
Absolutely.
natural swing because you're not gonna have a bunch of DeChambos up there.
No, I watch a lot of women's golf. In fact, I watched the Solheim. That was a couple weekends ago. The Solheim Cup,
Yep.
which we won. That was pretty cool. But yeah, you want to watch their swing. Nice, smooth tempo.
Right.
You don't want to try to swing like Scotty Scheffler
That's right. Swing
or
out your
Rory
shoes.
McIlroy. You can't physically do it.
Yeah, I mean golf. Period. Though is a visually enticing sport to watch on television.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. It's a great show.
Well, the shot tracer did a lot for golf.
I agree.
Because back in the day, you were like, oh, and you didn't know anything until the thing hit the fairway.
Right. The camera found it.
Sometimes, if you go to an event, it would be great if there was somehow that they could have a laser that shows you where the, in real life. Because when you're at an event, you're like, oh, there it is. It's just not as exciting, but it's exciting to watch.
I would say
on
that's
TV.
done a ton for sports. The lines in football, the first down line,
Yeah.
and then the puck being lit up a little bit.
Well,
It's
remember
gotten better.
when Fox first did that?
It was
years ago?
wild.
It was
when they-
wild when they
Yeah,
first
yeah.
did it. It was too much.
Now it's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that's all I got to say about that.
Scott, did you have fun this weekend?
Yeah, I did. It was a good week. I had a good. I was actually in a golf outing on Thursday. That was fun.
Where were you golfing?
Evergreen.
Oh.
In Elkhorn.
The Elkhorn, yeah, we talked to
Oh,
it's
you
the
know.
place that has 3 nines, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice course, good course, fun time. It's always a nice time. Lake Geneva JC's. They gave me a Friend of the JC's award.
Oh, did they?
Wow.
Really?
Because I bring guys at the outing and I donate to them a few times. So
Is that those crazy guys we go to the baseball
yeah,
games
and
with?
actually me and the guy we went that was cooking the one guy.
Yeah, I
was-
know which guy. Yeah.
Was with me up there. He got it too the same day, so it's kind of cool to talk to him for a minute.
What's your connection with them?
Matt Steinbrink.
Oh, okay.
Or Piggly Wiggly. I know him through bowling, met him, and
Yeah.
I hang out with him once in a while. Good guy.
Okay.
So I say thank you to that out loud. I forgot about that actually because I drank so much this weekend. I forgot what happened a few days ago. Just thought of it. So, but yeah, overall it was a good weekend. It was fun. Great trip to Indy. Football game was fun. Bears lost, but hey, that's the least of the trip. Everything else was a great time. So we had fun. It was a good time. So yeah. So let's go to good, bad, and the ugly. Let's Willie. You can start us up tonight. With whatever you want. Good, bad, or ugly.
I'm going to go with good, and I got a couple of goods, but I'm going to go with the one that I think is the biggest shocker of them all, is my Detroit Tigers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In the second wild card spot right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
they passed the Twins.
Twins in
And the
Kansas
Royals
City,
now, yeah.
Wow.
They're a half game ahead of the. But the only thing is, they don't own the tiebreaker with either one of those teams, so they just got to keep rolling. So they've got I think 2 more games with Tampa Bay, and then they finish with the White Sox.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a juggernaut.
Well, yeah, you never know. You know,
Yeah.
those teams.
And they won again today.
Yep.
Yeah,
2-1.
Tigers
One.
won today. Yeah, Tigers won today.
Skubal, I think he's got 18 wins now.
Yeah, he's good Cy Young candidate.
Yeah. And some guys are hitting the ball. They haven't been hitting the ball. I can't remember what their record is right now, but it's amazing since they're showing like a graph, and at sometime in August it was like they had like a 0.02% of making the playoffs, and now it just went up exponentially. I mean, last week they swept the Royals and took 2 out of 3 from the Orioles.
That's a good week.
Yeah, and right
On the
now,
road, all on the road.
and right now they're still 3.5 behind the Orioles for the top wild card. They're sitting at 2. They're a half game ahead of the Royals, 1 game ahead of the Twins, and 1.5 ahead of the Mariners. But the Mariners are struggling. So
So the Twins now.
Yeah.
They lost a bunch in a row, and the Royals. So yeah, I mean they're my good for the week, man.
it's a good one.
They've let's hope they put some money because that pitching, those pitching coaches, they put a lot of time in it because the pitchers are, pitching well right now. So
I just looked. The Guardians are only 2 games behind the Yankees right now for the best record.
is that right?
Can you imagine that? Didn't I guarantee nobody picked that except that crazy Indians fan sitting way up at the top beating the drum.
Randy Quaid?
Yeah, right.
Who gives a shit? It's gone.
Yeah.
No, it was the janitor from Scrubs.
Oh yeah, because he was.
the
Yeah,
actor
you're right.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Too high.
Randy Quaid was with him, right?
Randy Quaid's in there too.
Yeah, but you're right. Janitor from Scrubs. Yeah.
He was in the
Gives a
dad
shit,
in the
gone.
middle, wasn't he?
And the
in the
dad
middle.
from
Yeah.
the middle. Yeah,
That's right.
Awesome. You're good, Eric.
My good is 91.3% completion rate, rookie record. 21 of 23, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, 12 rushes, 39 yards, and 1 touchdown. Jaden Daniel last night. Really impressive. I mean, the Redskins looked impressive. I know the Bengals defense really wasn't a juggernaut last night, but incredible touchdown, 55-yard touchdown to McLaurin. I mean, they just, wow.
Mhm.
Good pick, Redskins so far. And the kid seems like he's, watching him on the sideline too, like just seems like a leader, just calm demeanor. I wasn't expecting that. at all.
Which pick was he? The 3rd or 4th?
Second.
Second quarterback. Okay, so he was the second overall.
Second
quarterback.
overall, right? Second overall too.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Drake May then, or I'm trying to remember.
Drake May, I think.
Or was it the kid
Bo
from
Nix was in there. Oh,
Yeah.
Penix might have been next.
I'm just saying because we remember there was like 5 quarterbacks taken right
Penix
away.
could have been.
Where was McCarthy picked?
Oh, might have been before that.
He was
too.
top. I think he was like number
7 or something.
7 or 8.
So he's
something
before
like that.
Penix, probably.
Yeah, he was because Penix. Remember there was a shock.
Bo Nix is on.
So Jaden Daniels is
Broncos.
expected to be one of the best, though. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was like the Mahomes guy, where he's the 4th guy, or because that was the same thing there. So
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting that, really. Just it's week 3 for him to shine like that in a big moment.
and a lot of it was on 3rd and 4th down conversions too. There was a ton of them. He was like 8 of 12 or something
It
crazy.
was an exciting game last night. It was an exciting. I didn't watch a lot of the Bills game. I had fantasy implications in all 3, and I ended up winning all 3. So, luckily, your Redskins kicker didn't. I guess I beat you in Pete's league. I don't know if you.
Oh, did
You
you?
have no reaction to that at all.
I didn't look at that league even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're in 9 leagues, so it's got to be tough. But
I forgot about that league.
I think
yeah,
I
it was
lost all
close.
mine.
It was close. If you would have got one more kick, you probably would have beat me.
Really? So they're going for the field goal, so I would have won.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Instead, he's slinging it and throwing touchdowns out there. So
Well,
McLaurin,
Kyler
that's
Murray
crazy.
killed me.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Same here.
yeah, he killed a lot of people playing. What's he play? Mortal Kombat.
quote unquote Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. So that's my good. Was impressed.
I got a bunch of goods as well.
Only good one.
It's been a while, so Otani doing his 50-50 and
Yeah, that was incredible.
one covered up scandal, which nobody's ever done the covered up scandal and a 50-50. No, I don't even know where he's at. Was he at 53-53 right now or something crazy?
Yeah,
There's a good chance he might be like 55-55.
He had another home run the next night, I think. Didn't
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can look
he?
it up,
His
but
stat line though, he had 6 for 6, right? 10 RBI.
yeah, it was crazy.
What an asshole.
It was stupid, the numbers.
It's a week for a good play, like I said. That's a full
Oh,
week.
that's a good full week. 10 RBIs in a week is a great
and
week.
three
That was my
homers.
8th grade season. But I was 6 for 20.
So he's at 53-55 right now. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb and say he's got a shot at MVP.
The draft went
You think?
Caleb, Daniels, May, Penix, J.J. McCarthy. Just saying.
Caleb, and then what was it?
Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy.
Okay, yeah, so we were pretty close there.
Yep.
And then Knicks came after that.
Nixon was yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Otani, I mean, it's a. We talked about this a little bit on the way back. We had time to talk yesterday, and it like for WAR in value, because people are like, is this the great? It's got to be the greatest year ever. It's not. It's not even close to. What would it be? Barry Bonds' 7th best year or something, or it was something crazy.
11th.
11th best year. Yeah. I mean, that's how good his numbers were.
And they said arguably Acuna had a better year 2 years ago.
Last year.
He hit 40.
And-
he was hurt last year.
And he just
Wasn't it?
DH'd,
It was
right?
20.
This year,
Oh yeah,
or was-
23. Yeah, 23. He was hurt
Yeah.
the year before.
Yeah.
Was he just a? No, he's not.
Otani's
He's
just
a
a DH.
He is a DH.
Yeah. If he pitched this year and say won like 15 games, I'd say it's probably the greatest year ever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, you gotta put the strain of actually playing in the field and all.
But I
that
think
stuff
if he
factor in.
pitches all those starts, he
doesn't do
hit,
this.
so
No.
he doesn't get to 50 home runs.
because he'd be taking days off too. You have to because after you pitch, you're beat up. If he threw 7 or 8 innings, there's no way he's coming back the next day and playing.
you can't.
He'll pinch
Still
hit.
can't sell this short. It's pretty.
No.
No. It's amazing.
The stolen bases.
That's huge.
Impressive.
55. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably didn't get 55 stolen bases if I lived 4 lives, and they called me Fast Eddie.
And most of those would have been a T-ball.
Yeah, it would have been like 9-year-old.
Pass ball.
We just keep running.
Yeah.
I'm gonna right here.
You're one of Little League when they actually pitch.
I'm looking at him and Gavin Lux are right almost next to each other in the stats, and Otani's. I hate to say this about a local kid, but Otani's better.
What?
Way to go out on a limb there.
Double reverse.
Gavin would be laughing right now. No, so yeah, great year. Just an amazing year. Because I remember Canseco's 40-40. Remember like Eric Davis's 30-30, which was amazing, that one. I mean, there's been a few.
Bonds had a 40-40, right?
Yeah, every year Bonds was amazing.
Well, I mean, but
You just didn't take. We took him for
he
granted.
wasn't stealing bases late in his career.
Not late.
He jacked.
Yeah, his head would. He'd run on an angle because his head would lean over.
He was like, I am Groot. big tree trunks for legs.
Oh my God.
I'm going to play off years, and I'm going to be a homer. My good is Caleb Williams. Although it was a loss with no offensive line and poor play calling, throws for 360 and 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. 1 interception went off a guy's chest. So
And that was an awesome.
that was when the throw was thrown in real time. I was like, that's terrible. Showed the replay. It was an excellent throw. It hit him right in the back shoulder. And
That's
went
one
off
where
his
the
chest.
guy made the catch one
Yeah.
hit.
And the
Yep.
catch was.
The interception was awesome
interception
too.
was amazing.
Scott was mad at me because I'm like, that was an awesome fucking catch, and he's like, oh, interception. And then we looked at it, and then when you see it, it's like, wow, that was a great play. And it was a bad play by the receiver.
I don't have luxury of you guys seeing quarterback play, but I saw 5 or 6 throws I had never seen a Bear quarterback make yesterday in one game.
Yeah.
So
Not even McMahon.
Nah, he might have.
I missed the
He
game.
actually made 3 or 4 of those on a Monday night in Minnesota though.
Yeah.
McMahon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he had a good
And Williams hung in there. He's gotten better every week.
Yep. He doesn't. To be honest, he doesn't have the same equipment that Washington Redskins. A better line, a better running game. Receiving wise, the Bears are a little better, but you can't get it to them.
And you can't start to compare these guys after 3 weeks.
And it's one game for both. They could both be shit the rest of the year. They'd be great the next year. That's the thing. That's the thing. And they're gonna try. They want to make it into it.
And honestly, we watched 2 quarterbacks play, 2 young quarterbacks, and Williams looked way better than Richardson.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Richardson.
not even close.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He struggled.
And Richardson's terrible. He's not very
He
good
didn't
at all.
look good too.
Oh, he was missing open guys. His thing is he always digs himself out of a hole when he throws like a 40-yard pass once a game or twice a game.
Yeah, his blown
Everything
coverage yesterday
else-
saved him. One blown coverage saved
Yeah,
him. Man.
that was one real bad coverage.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Caleb Williams.
I like
He's got better each game. Played better in Houston, although he got beat up in Houston. He only made the one throw he made was a bad throw. The out he threw late, arm got hit, but he still can't make that throw. He got picked. It is what it is. But he'll learn. So We'll see as it moves on. The run game just got to get better. That's it. That's the problem.
The running game really struggled there.
They can't run the ball, and that's a problem. Without a running game and to be able to pass, but the problem is that when you throw 50 times, that's not good either. So
you threw it 50 times?
50, yeah. And the problem is they were in the game the whole game. There was no point they were out of the game.
They should have been up at one point. We were sitting there talking, probably up 24-7.
Yeah,
and they were down 7-3.
At least 17 they could have been.
Yeah, they were down 7-3.
Yeah.
I didn't see any.
Oh, they get right to the 10-yard line and they couldn't punch it in.
No, they missed a 55-yarder short, and then they went fourth from the inside the 5, didn't get it. Then I think they went for it across the 50 one time. Oh, they got that, but I think
wasn't there a pick or a fumble down?
Oh, he had the strip sack.
The strip sack,
yeah. Which that's pressure. He just got back and stepped his back foot and he got swiped. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
I like it.
You want to give an honorable mention to your last year's quarterback?
If you guys want, we can have him.
Let's go around again on goods.
No, I mean, I don't want to. I'm just saying. I didn't see that game either, but there's been a lot of hype on how well he's playing.
I'm not sold. So.
Yeah, well then that's fine. We don't have to give him.
You can give him a good.
I didn't see it. That's why I just asked.
No, he had 245, a touchdown, and he threw a pick, and they once again scored.
And they got a victory.
20 points.
Yeah. He's doing what he's being asked.
Steeler football, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's
exactly
football right there.
But the thing is, when they play a team that like the Ravens and he wins, then I'll give him. I hope he does great. I really do.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a mistake, people don't understand. They should have kept him. Why? You got to deal with a quarterback. Your quarterback's cheaper now. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You're comparing apples to oranges at this point. Different quarterbacks. Yeah. He's Malik Willis. Caleb Williams. We don't know what he is.
Yeah.
He's Malik Willis. That's what he is. That's what he is. He got a different fresh start, different area. And look, Malik Willis playing great. Yeah. Malthor's done a great job with him.
Didn't make
awesome
any mistakes.
No, and that's the thing. And when you don't make mistakes, you got that defense like Steelers does. But last year, I talked about this earlier when me and Jace were talking, and it's very simple. They were on a streak last year. Could have went to Green Bay last year and knocked the Packers out of the playoffs. Bears. What did Justin Fields do in Green Bay? Made a giant goose egg. That's why he's not in Chicago anymore.
Yeah.
Because the fans and the Bears understand you got to beat the Packers at one point and beat your division. You can't go there and at least give them a fight when your defense only allowed the Packers score 17 in that game.
Yeah.
And you didn't even look. It was 17-9. It wasn't even that close.
Right.
That's how
I remember
the poor defense out there going.
I remember we were watching on TV and it's like, well, this game's over.
Yes. So they got over 12. You know, I'm not, and I know what you're saying. I like that.
I just was throwing that.
And I loved it. So yeah. Hey Rick, thanks for
creating
joining
a
us.
little banter.
How you doing?
Perfect.
Oh,
cleaned up too.
Nice.
I didn't even recognize you, Magnum.
Wow.
So yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm just everybody talking about.
Rick do his good.
Yeah, what's your good, Rick? Give us a good.
Trevor Lawrence.
That's your good.
Yeah, the only NFL player to throw a pick to a person who has died.
What?
You're welcome.
DeMarle Hamlin had a pick yesterday.
Oh.
Wow.
His first of his career. That's good.
Yeah.
For DeMar.
Yeah.
He's not
That is
officially dead anymore.
That's impressive.
So that's the good. Okay.
I like
so
it.
Will, that's your good.
That's alive, yeah. I mean, DeMar's alive and he's playing. So DeMar Hamlin's my good.
Okay.
Because what's his name now? Trevor Lawrence.
Justin Lawrence.
Justin Lawrence.
Whoa!
It's
Joey. Whoa, Joey.
I have no idea. Willie, what's your bad?
You got any more goods, Willie? I thought you had a couple. You said.
Michigan beating USC.
That
broken.
We watched the game. That was
a
a
good game.
That was actually an entertaining game. We were like, holy crap, and they got back and forth. My good is Illinois beating
Nebraska.
Another great game.
That was very good. We watched both those games. That was a good game, yeah.
Wisconsin's got USC this week.
They're going to stomp a mud hole in them.
Right?
Yeah,
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Wisconsin's going to run the ball down their throat.
I have another good, and I was gonna talk about it later, but I'll do this one for Rick. Mm-hmm. So Chuck Pagano, ex Colts coach, ex Bears coach, was in Lake Geneva this last week, and was named Italian of the Year.
Hey,
Get goals.
Chuck Pagano was named Italian of the Year somehow in Lake Geneva.
Excuse
Good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did he have a mustache?
Now that's a bench warmer's good right there.
Yeah. That's when we can all agree on and hold hands on.
That's a good one. So you saw him then? He was.
No, Jace told me about it.
Oh,
no.
I thought he was at the event you were at.
No,
well, that'd be awesome.
That would have been great. That would have been cool. I'd be like, hey, come Paisan, get over here.
Come over. I got some Capico and some
got some gabagool.
Can't even do it.
Bippity boppity. Bippity boppity boppity.
He says it back to me. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be.
Any other goods?
It's
been 2 weeks.
Timmy's not here, so we didn't get any WNBA stuff. But Aja Wilson was named MVP. Caitlin Clark finished a pretty strong fourth.
And she was rookie, right? We were talking. We thought we heard that rookie of the year.
She is rookie of the year.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Unanimously, I do believe.
She should be.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was
MVP.
fourth in the MVP race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She was. So she did really well. You look at her stats. She's in all the leader on all the big categories almost.
How many rookie records did she break?
6 to 9.
There's 9.
Hey, cut that in half.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a temperature.
Oh my.
No, so I just I figure because Timmy wasn't here, he would talk WNBA right now.
He
So.
still slumped over a pole in Indianapolis.
We're bringing a wheelchair with us next time. Throw his bag
I
out.
didn't say a wheelbarrow.
That you know what though, the two-wheeled wheelbarrow I think would work.
Yeah.
Not the single one. That would be
The
tough.
visual right now of Timmy in a pole.
Who brought the tarp?
Tim
A
went from
wheelbarrow and a shovel.
Tim went from 0 to tarp pretty quick. I said. So
No ER visits though.
no, we're all good. We're all good. It was. You know what? I go away every. I was gonna say this, and the guys that were there with me. We go away all the time. We have great times to go to the Bears games and all that. We have fun times. I go to state bowling and stuff and all that. But this week was just, like I said, I laughed so hard at times I grew an ab. I think this weekend.
It was epic.
It was. We just laughed. We laughed so much. We were laughing from the moment we. It was just. That's all we did. And that's all we did. It was like very childish weekend. We drank, ate, and laughed. That's all we did. There was nothing else. And we went to bars, and it was just about us. We didn't even know what was going on around us.
We didn't even need a bar.
No, we didn't. It was just. That's how I thought. That's how it was the weekend. It was just very much our own little world, and we drank. And probably a little too much. But hey, we're all here.
Probably a lot too much.
Played
But
like what, 3 hours of shuffleboard?
Yeah, you know what I'll say? I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's how it's been.
I was kicking ass in shuffleboard once they changed the rules.
I figured out, yeah. We should have won the first game. We were playing the 15. We had 15 for like half hour. Then Tim's like, oh, we got 15. I go, we got 18. Oh, we'll play at 21. We never won a game again. Sorry, Rick. My apologies.
Once Rick cleaned those
The
pucks off, then it got hard.
But I think I figured out, we were talking earlier, we talked about the Long Islands before the show. And, yeah, the Long Islands might have something to do with that, too. I don't know.
What was the sprinkle the infield?
Don't know what you're talking about.
that was in pre-show.
Sprinkle the infield.
Got another drink? Yeah, sprinkle the infield.
Because we were talking about it at the baseball
Actually,
game.
it sounded like this.
She didn't want to
Yeah, sprinkle the airfield.
Wait, just did this.
His
You want
mustache.
another one too?
But she understood this part of it, so she.
And me and Tim,
just brought
like I said,
drinks.
me and Tim looked at her like, he's crazy. Yeah, we'll take one.
And then I just happened to see what was going on. I walked over. I was like, "Are you guys really getting more?"
Thank you for drinking the last drink.
Hey,
bud.
Yeah,
Dad, we are.
Hey, team player though. I jumped in and took over for Rick on his,
And then we jumped in your bed with you.
which we'll leave. Well, there's
So-
that crevice is still missing you.
What's your ugly?
No, we're bad.
Oh, bad.
My
I'm sorry.
bad is, anybody watch Red Zone? I'm sure a lot of people watch
We
Red
watched
Zone.
the second half.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, second half. So mine is badass. It's the Jamon Ra hook ladder play.
Yeah, that was awesome. We saw that. That was great.
Wasn't it?
Yes, and I ran that play in CUSC all the time.
Yes.
At least once a year I ran that play.
Yep.
We actually won a game on that
We
play.
did.
Yep.
We did. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, so I think anybody didn't see it,
I'll
YouTube
check it
it or whatever.
No, I'm not seeing
And
it.
you know how hard it is to get fifth and sixth graders to pull a playoff like that?
Oh, I know it.
It was epic. Rick, you're ugly or bad. Sorry.
I was going to go with WNBA. I can't remember the lady that used to be part of the Aces. What the hell's her name?
What position she played?
I don't know. She was on the court. I don't know.
It's all the same position in
What
WNBA.
did
isn't
she
it?
do that was?
She was talking a lot of trash about Caitlin Clark saying she's not as good. There's people in the locker room that don't like her. They don't want to play with her, and then when confronted about it, they ask them who. She goes, I don't know. I'm not in that locker room.
Was this on the Stephen A. show?
I don't listen to him, but I just
I
saw it
saw that
online.
there was
man.
some controversy, but he was
It
defending
wasn't
her.
Swoops, was it?
Swoops.
Was it Swoops?
There you
Cheryl
go.
Swoops?
Swoops.
Cheryl
Cheryl
She's
Swoops.
been
You know what Indiana's
against her the whole.
You know what Indiana's going to do if they're smart, if there really are people out doing that, unless they're one of, and the other top player on the team, I think her and Caitlin Clark are really good friends. They're actually get along really well. Any other player that's doing that, off the team.
gone.
Bring
You're
someone else
done.
in.
Yeah.
We'll replace
But
you.
the thing is, I don't
She's
think anybody-
staying.
I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's saying it. I think she's just
So
mad.
just start-
because Caitlyn's
They are
beating all
so
the records.
jealous.
Well,
Good rookie
Cheryl
record.
Swoops was really, really good. Problem is, it doesn't matter. All these other women were getting more kudos and more flowers than she got in her career because it was a different time when she played.
Yeah.
It was way different.
And then they were showing that Cheryl Swoop's two best seasons, her two MVP seasons, Caitlin Clark's numbers were better this year than hers were then.
Yep.
Well, Asia Wilson's and probably obliterated her the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her numbers this year were crazy.
Yeah.
But she's also like 6'4", 6'5". I mean, she's a.
She can shoot too.
And
She's
she-
good.
And I was looking at the stats for those top 5 girls in there. She knocked down some 3-pointers too.
Oh, yeah, she can shoot. I was
The other
watching a game
girls
and
are just tall.
She hits from like the elbow all the time.
Yeah.
She's a great shooter from the elbow, and
Yeah.
then she gets you in the elbow, and then she pumps you and gets to the basket. She's
You guys
She
are
pumped in,
childish.
get you to finish.
What the dickens?
Eric, you're bad. Please
Oh.
save me.
I don't want to take this show to like a serious side, but my bad is, I mean, and this is kind of the sport that we love, the NFL. This is the ugly side of it right now. This morning we found out that Brett Favre has Parkinson's.
To make a mean martini.
And I'm yeah, that's hilarious. I'm assuming the correlation between all the concussions that he had. It's not. If you read a little bit about it, there's correlations between the two. It's not fully understood yet, but the likelihood is
Could it be
a
some of the
lot
stuff?
high.
Could it be some of the stuff he took too?
Oh yeah.
Painkillers
Could
and
be.
stuff.
have any
Could be.
correlation in
There's a
him
little bit.
testifying?
And that's part of the
That's
NFL too. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he did it to play.
I took it.
Yeah.
Brain injury. The likelihood is, if our likelihood would be 50%, his is 56% because of concussion.
Oh, it's way more. It's probably way more than
and
double.
Favre being Favre, you always say, well, I probably had hundreds, maybe even thousands of concussions. The thousands thing, that's pretty extreme. But
Would he say that in front of Congress?
I don't know.
But
So I didn't get the full scoop.
See,
I just
Rick?
kind of saw the headline of the whole thing. But he's one of my, all kidding aside, one of my favorite athletes of all time.
He's one of everybody's
Sad.
favorites.
It's sad and it's bad for me. Just
well, they got medication and stuff that can help him and stuff.
yeah, and hopefully it all works out. It's just it's kind of like the Ali thing. Obviously Ali probably had a lot of concussions, and it led to Parkinson's. But it's kind of sad. You guys ever have concussions? You ever
Yeah.
have a concussion?
Yeah, one.
I've had a couple.
I had one.
I won playing in the park. I know I did.
Yeah.
Blacked out when I hit the ground.
Yep.
Got up.
Did you get the
kept
star?
playing.
Did you get the stars too when you get up and you
Playing
see
football?
shit?
Couple, yeah.
Willie,
Football.
Willie, we know you've been.
What?
Oh, exactly.
I know my brother's probably had about 5.
Yeah,
We've
And
all
it's-
had them.
And he gets it. He can't even go on a roller coaster now.
it scares the hell out of you too. Your kids?
I don't
I've had 2 kids
know.
with concussions.
Jarrett played football. Maybe he had. Back then, I was still kind of whatever. And Jace, maybe. I can't remember.
Ella
But
had
with
one last year
with
playing
soccer,
soccer.
I mean, try to do a header. That's much of a header, though, usually.
Yeah.
Very rarely you get one from a collision in soccer. You can,
Yeah.
but it's usually headers that do it.
Both my girls have had. I mean, obviously Charlotte had one when she got hit by a car, so that was. But Ella had one playing soccer.
That's a
last year.
badass concussion.
Yeah,
though.
that was a yeah. Not to mention
You know,
a skull fracture.
we've talked about this.
Damn.
We've talked about this many times on the show, though. I mean, these guys, we talk about how, they're getting 30, 40, 50 million a year.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We just had Tua last week scramble his brain some more. He's going to have problems probably in the future. With
Yeah, it
and-
leads
and-
to a lot of things. I mean, look
I-
at the junior sale. Remember the junior sale thing? It led to
there's tons of
depression
them.
in your head. I mean, all this stuff.
Dave
and-
Duerson.
yeah, Dorson and there's
Eric Kramer wanted to kill himself.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's tons
he
of them
got
that do.
saved though, or something. Yeah, he was trying to kill himself somehow, and
Probably effects of the seat.
Yeah, for sure.
or a season with the Bears.
Yeah.
You don't see the NFL jumping up
Was
and
he the
talking
one that
about it.
got busted for performance enhancing?
No, Jim Miller.
He goes,
Jim
you
Miller.
guys have seen me in the locker
He's a
room.
doughboy too. It was hilarious, and he was like, "What the hell?" Oh, whatever. Yeah, it
This
sucked.
was for
Yeah,
eardrops.
I'm a fan of Favre, so I liked Favre.
I think everybody likes Favre the player. We've heard a lot of shit about his lifestyle and everything else, and he's done some stupid shit. But you still gotta you gotta love the way he played the game. I mean, it's just it was amazing. But again, we heard this as Rick mentioned in testimony before Congress because they stole $77 million from a welfare fund.
Mm-hmm.
So,
A heck of a time to announce that.
Yeah, I know. I had the same thing on my list. So.
Well, Brett, you couldn't come in at a better time here. The doctor's talking to him. Where you going next week? Washington.
Here, I'll get your prescription. Just sign this.
I mean, Brett Favre might be like one of the greatest like careers for all the shit that's surrounding him with the Vicodin, the hot tub, the cheating on his wife with cancer. He was supposed to be there too. Cheating on the wife.
Schreiber just sprinkled the infield.
Nah,
with Long Island?
The ringer, the dinger.
I mean, he had the. He's had so many things happen.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, how many times where you hear the stories where he was drunk. You know, like on Packers games were on Sunday, he'd be up north during deer season drinking with hunters at a bar, you know.
Didn't I ever show you those pictures of these two girls I went to high school with, and they went to Madison, and they spent a good 2 hours with him, and he was just, they have pictures of him, and he's just slobbery drunk, like just doused in beer. They said they walked with him all over the place. He went up and, you know, met some girl up in some apartment, they waited for him, came back down, just partied with him, took a bunch of pictures of him. He looks like a freaking idiot. But sorry, Favre, if you're listening, I know you're.
Oh, he's
friend of the show.
He ain't be anymore.
Guys like that would never survive social media.
He'll never remember.
He would never survive social media. A guy like that, no way.
Disaster.
Yeah.
So.
You're how bad?
Oh, we're bad. The Twins minor league catcher. You guys heard this story, right? I think everybody's heard this now.
Throwing the game.
Yeah, he was sick of you know, the end of the season, didn't want to go to the playoffs or whatever. He started tipping pitches to the opposing team.
He was like real life Kevin Costner from Bull.
I know.
It's like he knew it was coming. Yeah, he did. I told him.
I held it like an egg. Yeah, and he scrambled the thing. Look at that. He hit the fucking bull. Great scene, because that stuff happens, but this guy's a 6th round pick. I mean, he's no slouch.
Yeah.
But he's obviously a psychopath to be doing that to your... Because here's the problem. It's not just on him. That guy that's up there, he's trying to earn a job, that pitcher. And this guy just fucked over one of the guys on his team and could have destroyed his career. Possibly.
On the flip side, he helped the batter out, though.
Yeah. That batter now just went to AAA. No.
Is there anything around it? If they, hey, you got a fastball coming, you guys throwing like a splitter? Is that just a dick move, or?
If you're doing that,
But they probably don't believe you at first, and
high
then
inside,
Yeah.
and then you throw low and outside.
yeah, I mean,
I told him to do it. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
He's not listening. to
it
me.
does make it a lot easier if you know what pitch is coming.
Oh, for sure.
It does make it a lot easier. Yeah, I guarantee Hop will say something. Well, because I mean, Hop was a pitcher. If his catcher was, he'd probably beat the shit out of him. I'm serious. So that guy got cut. So,
Really?
Yeah, we'll see if somebody else picks him up because obviously he's a pretty high
He
talent.
played
But
for the St. Paul Saints.
that's hard to overcome right there. That's very hard to overcome, sabotaging your temeamates.
Now the A's will pick him up.
There you go.
They need cheap labor.
Dolphins will. They don't give a shit.
My bad comes from Indy also again. The play calling in Indy by both teams was comical. I think both OCs are trying to get fired in the same game. The Colts had the ball at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, ran it once with Jonathan Taylor, and then they throw 2 passes, and the second one gets tipped and intercepted. And then the Bears from 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
1 yard line.
They run an option play, which I don't know when the last time Caleb Williams ran an option, but they had the 2 tights to the right side.
Yeah.
But Swift and Caleb went the one way. The line all fell down. I don't know what they were doing. And he looked like the Holy fans poses. And it was a weird play. And then players after came out and said, well, in practice all week we ran that play against different looks, and it worked. But that wasn't the look we never saw that look. So Caleb Williams, being a rookie, I'm not going to put it all on him, but it's part of him because he has to understand to call a timeout there maybe. But there's someone up top that goes, yeah, it looks not good. We better call a timeout.
Yeah.
If the lineman knew, like 2 or 3 linemen came out and said it. Now, those guys, you still got to hit somebody. I mean, the play was to fall down. So it was terrible on both sides, inside the 5 that happened.
Can you imagine after
And John Taylor was more of a disgrace because Well, even the Bears, they could have just ran it again and see what happened. Just run it again. And
Run
just,
it right up the
right,
middle.
yeah,
Right up the gut.
yeah.
Did they run the play before?
They ran all 3 plays at the goal line. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Yeah, that's why if they're going to go for
Who's
it
the
on Shane Waldron. If they're going to go for it on 4th down, I think they should want to play action on 3rd down, some kind of roll out boot, and if it's not there, throw it away. Then you're going to run on 4th down. But if you're going to go for it on 4th down, it was an option too.
What was
If you want to run the
what was
option,
final score?
21-16.
Oh yeah, it was close.
And what point in the game did they run?
They would have took the lead in the 2nd quarter on that play. The Bears.
The end of the second quarter, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Weird.
So, but learning experience, I guess. But yeah, that's my bad. Just play calling on both sides.
Can
not
you
one side.
can you imagine him talking like Eberflus? Well, it looked like it did in practice, and then they changed it. We were looking and didn't know what to say. What the hell?
Then when the impression started to go a little.
Then the clock got way down. I didn't know what to do.
You sound like. Never mind.
I don't know. It's just like
You know what it sounds like, don't you?
I'll tell you after.
I know what it
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then say his name.
Okay.
I already know.
I know who it is.
You're ugly.
My ugly is P. Diddy.
God damn it,
Apparently,
Willie.
you've been to one of his parties, you'd be saying
He should be
pretty.
exempt from the ugly. This is universal.
This is the freak off, right?
Oh my god.
This whole thing is a
But here's
mess.
the thing about this is that, the Epstein list, we'll probably never see it. Because
This list is in pictures.
Yeah.
this
all
is the
over the
picture.
place.
And the thing is,
It's on Twitter.
Yeah.
all these guys are protected, Just NBA athletes,
No.
stars. They're not going to be protected from this. There's going to be a lot of fallout from this. Just give it some time here.
Well, the Odell Beckham with Justin Bieber one's
Yeah.
hanging around now.
Johnson stock's going down.
Yeah, that's
KY.
OBJ. That one's really bad. When you start,
And
because I think
looks
Bieber was
He looked like
underage,
he was 14 or 15.
yeah, he was
looked young
underage.
in that picture.
and yeah, OBJ is like
And there's now a woman sued.
Tuggers and
A new civil suit came out against him today, P. Diddy today, that said
Talia Graves.
she was brutally, like, I don't know, say raped or attacked, and he
Raped by 2 men while her hands were tied behind her back.
and he recorded or was in the room or was part of the reason it happened or whatever.
So now here's the thing: if whoever knew about this that was happening, they gotta have to be an accomplice.
Yeah.
everybody
no,
knew
no,
this.
If you-
You're
if
talking
you-
hundreds of people.
If you've
that
been,
do
if
that
you've
all
been to a
I mean,
party,
if you knew about it,
if you've been
you
to a
didn't
party,
say anything,
if
you
you've been to a
weren't
party and
accomplice.
walked in and was like, yeah, I'm out of here, I'm not being around this. But
Right.
if you've been to the party and hung out all night and drank and thought it was
and
cool,
you knew what happened,
yeah.
Well, the
Have
thing-
you heard about some of these guys now that are coming out and they're like, oh yeah, I went to one of his parties, turned around and walked out, they said.
well,
That's
that's
multiple
a different
times.
story.
That's a couple guys that have said now, and they said, I didn't want to be a part of any of that stuff going on there.
But he
And
had-
now you got Pink erasing all her old tweets. You got, because they're all involved in this, all this Hollywood celebrities that were complicit in banging children and
Well, 'cause
rapes
they all have Twitters. Oh, it was at P. Diddy's party. It was awesome last night.
Yep.
Jay-Z was always
Where's
there.
where's
Right, yeah, party.
LeBron? Where's LeBron with his big fucking mouth right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
no, it's saying ain't
fucking
no party like a Diddy party.
Yeah, always spewing
Oh,
shit.
that was him too.
Yeah, it was. It's in my song, my P Diddy song.
Yeah, probably like a Diddy party.
We might have to get that song back up.
Well,
here
they've never been to
next week.
a bench warmer party.
Hello. Shuffleboard.
Gotta get the mustache back. Doesn't feel right.
If I hear anything about a crevice at Diddy's parties, we're out of
I
here.
think the best one they're like, play carrot in the box. I forget what the name of that show is. But five dead cats or five sleeping cats or something like that. It was called with a comedian. Oh, that is hilarious. It was an English show, and I just happened to
We'll
know
have to
what
watch
you're
it
talking
after this.
So
Did I make that comment? The carrot in the box?
Wait,
Yeah,
ugly
you
with
did
Diddy?
at the ball game.
That's right.
You're ugly, Diddy.
Oh,
It's
shit.
very ugly.
Yes.
You're ugly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
go with my ugly. It's not really bad, but C.J. Abrams staying out till 8:00 in the morning after the ball
Oh,
game.
geez, yeah.
Was he at like Rivers Casino too?
Rivers Casino, yeah.
That's no, he wasn't downtown. He was Rivers.
Yeah.
okay. That's what we were at. We were one.
What?
And
You're
I
a
don't-
week.
I don't
You're a week
remember-
and a half away from going to Vegas whenever you want, and you're doing that.
And then there was, I don't remember who it was. It was one of the older players from the Mets who said something like, if you get home at 4 a.m., it's perfectly fine, but you can't stay out till the wee hours in the morning.
Wee hours. We were out till wee. No, we weren't out that late. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
We were out till 4 a.m. Huh?
Well,
No.
here's the difference though with baseball because it doesn't start usually until 6 or 7 the next day. But that was, I think, a 1 o'clock game the next day too. You can't be staying out until the wee hours. Baseball's a late night. Those guys are all late night guys. They stay out late.
Yeah, because they play night games. Well, I was in Minnesota one time, and we went to a Twins game, and Kansas City Royals were in town, and we were going out after the game. We decided to go to the bars. It was like 11 o'clock at night after the game got back. We showered and decided to go around the corner. Minneapolis was back. This is like 15 years ago, and Minneapolis was cool. And we were leaving, and we get in the elevator, and we're like, oh, that's Salvador Perez hanging with us, hanging out with us.
I got to figure. I mean, they got
Just him by himself. He took off and walked down the street another way. I don't know where he was going. I don't know what he was doing.
They're just going out at
shower.
midnight.
Yeah.
Get back to
And a lot of those guys, the rumor is, a lot of them have women in towns they hang out with when they're visiting. The Royals in Minnesota play each other a lot, so I'm guessing he was going by himself somewhere, like down a, like he was walking. Yeah, so he was going to a hotel or apartment or
I
something.
have stayed in the players section because I did know some players, so they would get me tickets. And when you stay in that section, there's wives. And there's also girls in there. It's hilarious because the wives are just like, oh, you can just see them like they're the players' girlfriends.
Who's the big guy that was?
We're sitting there. Sorry,
Yeah, go
with Brian Harper's girlfriend's next to us, and I've seen his wife on TV. You know, his girlfriend sitting next to us in Milwaukee.
The big guy that was a pitcher for the Yankees that threw.
CC Sabathia?
No, white guy. Threw the
Wells.
Notoriously, that the night before, he used to hang out with the Saturday Night Live crew, and he would go out with them after the show was over. And he pulled in complete all-nighter, drank till he threw up. Then that next day, during warm-ups, they said he went through 2 or 3 jerseys because he was sweating.
He was hungover so bad.
And then he pitched a no-hitter.
Perfect
Yeah,
game?
well,
Wasn't
yeah.
that a perfect game?
It was a perfect game.
Yeah.
And they said during
Yeah.
warm-ups, he was
Yeah.
terrible. They said dude, you got to get the ball over the plate. And then he throws a perfect game. Swept through like 2 or 3 jerseys.
And then he put Babe Ruth's hat on, and they made him take it off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not in that game, but
Yeah.
So
Different
the whole thing I didn't find out is if you won or if you lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope he won.
If you're out
He'll be
to
back.
LA,
He'll be back in the majors next week. He's basically, the demotion cost him money. It's basically a fine, but you're going to keep playing. That's
oh
what
no,
did.
he was almost a star this year.
He
He's just
he
under
demoted
that
him
level.
just to get the fine because minor league is over with right now. Oh no, they're still playing. They're almost done.
They got playoffs.
Yeah,
They're
so
playoffs
he
already.
demoted him down. I read that he loses money because of this, and then he'll be back up next year. I'm sure.
Oh,
They don't trade for Cup Street. He
had a great end of last year and the first half of this year. He was almost like at an elite level. So he's up there.
And he's young too.
He's 23 only.
Eric, you're ugly.
Thanks. My ugly is this so-called Super Bowl favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys, giving up 274 rushing yards. Basically, it was like they were being treated like they were at a P. Diddy party by the Ravens. It was just, it was really ugly. And then the also ugly part was their sort of comeback towards the end, and just like, and thankfully I got the touchdowns that I needed out of Dakota Prescott against Scott. But it was just an ugly game. Just that first half was just like, this is supposed to be one of the top teams in the NFL, right? Every year they're like, oh yeah.
Versus Dan Quinn.
Yeah, well, that's a big part of it. But wow, they couldn't stop. And again, you're good players, right? Derrick Henry's a beast. Still, he's proving that he's still a beast, and Lamar can run all over you, but whatever. But that's embarrassing for them at home. Ugly.
I said this. I don't know if I said these maybe time this weekend, but I think just early in the season, it's very early, but the best free agent acquisition at this point is Derrick Henry. He might not be the
Or
best
safety.
number guy at the end of the year, but he may be. But I'm just looking at the situation he's
Yeah.
in. That team is built. They just want to run the ball.
Yeah.
Lamar, throw 20 passes a game. You run a little bit. Our defense will shut them out, and we'll play games that way. And because they're built for that. We talked about it for years. They had this ran to this, and they ran for a ton of yards. Now they have a guy that actually can say, "Here you go.
Well, then
Here's 20 carries, 25 a game."
He's bruising the hell out of the defense.
He looks like old Derrick Henry.
And then
Yeah.
Lamar is running around the deep. It's
Yep.
just like you have that threat, and then Lamar can throw it a little bit,
Mhm.
and you got good receivers. That's why I think they'll end up. I know they had a couple of hiccups early in the first week or whatever. I just still feel like they're going to go. They're going to go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, we've talked about this multiple times, and Scott even mentioned that. It's one of the reasons I re-signed Derrick Henry in fantasy this year and paid
Yeah.
quite a bit for him.
Sure.
it was just a good fit for him.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, he hasn't been the best, but he's been really solid, and it's probably a better football move than a fantasy football move. But
Yeah, but I think so far you have the fantasy football move of the year.
yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
But I knew Scott was behind. We had two guys. What was the other one? We had Quentin Johnson too. We both talked about that.
Johnson
We
was my
were both
sleeper.
high on him.
In one league I took Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. as my only receivers. Got laughed at because they're all rookies. But
Yeah.
Marvin stepped up.
And Malik Craven's been good in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Malik's been awesome, actually. And you had Bowers too, didn't you?
Bowers, and I have Xavier Worthy, which he's been up and down.
Yeah, but Bowers has been a monster.
Yeah.
But, was it ugly?
Yeah. Ugly, yeah.
That team that's chasing the Tigers, the Mariners. Did you see their fucking ridiculous base running the
Oh,
other day in
Jesus,
back-to-back games? So they got bases loaded. It was a close game too. I think it was a one-run game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
One-run game, bases loaded. It's like 6th or 7th inning. I think it was a 2-1 game. 3-0 count on the batter, and Victor Robles decides he's going to steal home on a 3-0 count. In between. So
Bases loaded, 2 outs, right?
bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-0 count on the batter. So he's taking all the way. He might be taking 2 pitches, before he's going to swing, because it's a very important part of the game. Robles, as the throw goes back to the pitcher kind of stands around, turns around,
And he's creeping down
and
third base.
he wasn't creeping hard though. He was,
Yeah, he was just kind of lollygagging, walking.
and then he takes off, and they're like, "Hey, going!" And the pitcher's like, he doesn't even have to step off the rubber or nothing. He's just standing next to the mound.
Just toss it over.
It was close. But he was out, and the batter, I can't remember who the batter was. Was it Taylor?
I don't remember.
It was a legit guy that's been around for a while, and he's just sitting there and he goes, like, "Are you fucking joking?" And they ended up losing that game, which they could have used. So then the next day, I'm trying to remember what was the base running. Shit, I forgot the one for the second one now. Ah, damn it. They did 2 in 2 days, though.
Dipshit move. 2 days in a
Is that the
row.
one where he ran him off at third and then he got...
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. No, Julio Rodriguez is on third, and it was in a tight game. Batter swings, the bat comes out of his hand. He runs towards the dugout,
I saw that.
and then just stands over there,
Yeah.
like, ah!
God,
He just
like,
throw
throw it down,
the third! And they tagged him out off a third like
I
that.
saw that.
And that cost them the game there. And now it probably cost 2 games, and they're going to probably lose by a half a game or whatever out.
To the Titans.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, it's written in the Bible. They're going.
Okay. I'll believe it.
So let it be written. Let it be done.
Let it be.
Um,
Let it be.
was that your ugly?
I think it was.
My ugly is what? This was not my ugly, but it just came on my thing, so I'll make it part of my ugly or one of my ugly. We can talk about it. We'll talk. So Rowdy Tellez was cut by the Pirates yesterday. 4 plate appearances short of a $200,000 bonus.
Oh,
That's garbage.
That's bullshit.
Wow.
so, hey,
To a team that's not continuing, the guys played all year for them.
It's a blue collar town. Wow.
$200,000 bonus. He lost out on because of 4 plate appearances being cut.
That's 1 game.
Bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So can he get picked up by another team and then have 4 plate appearances?
I would do it.
My
I
contract would be with.
Yeah, no, because if you pick him up, you do got to pick up his contract if he gets waived.
But I don't know. It might go back to the Pirates then for the cost.
And if that was, I'd pick him up in a heartbeat about something.
Just
the
the
Brewers should
Cubs-
pick him up for fun. Let him swing for him.
Yeah.
They should pick. Well, he can't. He won't be able to play in the postseason for him though. But he can still pick him up.
I would do it just for spite.
The Brewers should just for another bat day. He could play in the postseason. That'd be a great pickup.
But is there something in this contract that says it has to be with the Pirates or no?
It might be. We don't know.
I don't know how it works. But that'd be great if you could.
If he's
I'd do
not
it
a
for
high
him.
level player.
But also-
You know those owners aren't going to screw each other over
I
that.
also think there'd be something in the contract where you can't cut him one, couple of...
If he had a good agent,
Without-
you think that you
right,
would have figured
right.
that out.
Well, you know what's
Yeah,
this is
screw
going to
over.
hurt is them trying to sign a free agent in the future. They're going to go, "What? You're just going to fuck me over right before with a."
Yeah.
You know the owners are probably sitting on their yachts and a couple. Yeah, well, I got rid of Rowdy.
Is that turning into a bad franchise, the Pirates?
I thought you imitate. They're talking imitation. Yeah, they're bad.
Yes, it sounded again like
They're getting
Foghorn
better.
Leghorn.
They're getting better.
Yeah.
My yacht needed a new anchor, and I got rid of Rowdy.
Oh.
I do have another ugly. I was reminded of it. So I was in Key West 2 weeks ago,
Oh, that's not bad.
and that's not ugly. That's not ugly. And me and the missus were in a bar, one of the many, and it was about noon, 1 o'clock, so I was probably buzzed. And this girl is singing, and it's kind of like they have a lot of decent little bands they play there. It's pretty cool. It's like kind of like Nashville, but it's on the ocean, and not as big. And she's singing, and she sounds pretty good. And all of a sudden, I hear like mouth horn, like she's, and I'm like, where's it coming from her mouth? And it sounded okay, but then as she does it, I look at her and I look at Jenny. Jenny starts laughing uncontrollably, but she can't see her. So I'm looking directly at the singer, and I'm like, trying not to laugh at her.
Your best flute horn?
And she was doing it like good. I was like, she was a good singer what she was doing, but it didn't fit like the act she was doing. It was weird,
They
but
couldn't just hire
just not do it.
not doing it.
Because she was talented. She sounded good. I never didn't hear one bad singer there. We heard singers,
Yeah.
but it was just out of left field. It really was. It threw
And
me
you
off.
didn't record. You weren't recording.
I never thought of
So
it.
it's
But
very-
she did it once, but she did it again. I didn't think she'd do it.
Not a good look, Eric.
Do the horn
Well,
again.
yeah, you
Do the horn again.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be able to not laugh and then record it.
So this is
And
like
laugh
open mic night when I go to see my brother-in-law playing his trombone and it just
No,
doesn't work.
She was good.
But the other
Not the, I'm just saying he was.
he's bad.
Oh, Mike Knights. I'm sure.
No, but the last time I went, there was a girl, kind of the same thing, and she had a great voice, and then she sang like these weird, like what would you call it, falsetto type things, and it was just like, this is the most god awful thing I've ever heard. And her voice was nice, and it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. I'm like, what is she doing? But yeah, it's kind of like probably yours is probably funnier, but this one was like sad.
Okay.
I got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Arizona Cardinals fans walking into the stadium, they're like, you can't come in here until you throw away your MAGA hat. We don't allow those in here. And they're like, well, I'll just take it off. That nope, you got to throw it in the garbage. I want to see you throw it in the garbage, or I'm not letting you in here. And so the fan did, and then turned him in, and then they had to apologize. And I'm gonna guess she's gonna get some money or tickets or something out of it.
Well, I read the story, and the story was they do have a rule against you can't wear anything political into their stadium. They don't want you to do anything. It just has to be jerseys.
Does it go both ways?
But
though?
No,
but
that's
but
obviously not.
I think the reason the problem was they made her throw it out. That was the problem with the whole thing.
That's
She was
correct.
mad. Why'd you make her
That's
throw
the
it out?
double problem.
So I don't think she should have. Okay, I'll take it off. But that's where it became like, what the hell? No, I'm not throwing it out. That's where we got confused. There is. I read the whole thing. I'm like, well, number one, who cares what they wear as long as it doesn't say. It doesn't
Yeah.
have some kind of-
Meanwhile, kissing titties is fine, but something like that isn't okay. One of the most popular,
it was
probably the fourth highly sold hat in the country. You
Well,
know.
the Kiss and Titties was in blue and orange though, so it made sense. It was. You saw the shirt. It was team colors.
I have no idea what it meant though for the first time. Well, the kissing titties part I understood, but I didn't get
Is that Trubisky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out the first game. We're like, what's kissing
Sundays are
titties?
for
It was
kissing.
one of his tweets or something like that.
Yeah.
Right, but we had no idea. We had to look it up.
When he was in college, yeah, it was pretty funny.
All right.
He's right.
Speaking of Arizona,
Yeah.
the Arizona Coyotes moved to Utah.
Yes.
Their first goal was against themselves.
It was an own goal.
It was an empty netter against themselves.
Wow.
You're welcome. Full length of the field, I guess you can call it, the rink.
The rink.
Wow. Nice.
Way to start a franchise.
Yeah, that's just bad. That's bad
Stay
juju.
high.
Utah.
Utah Hockey Club.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where are we at in this show now? We still doing it?
Couple
Yeah.
hours in.
Let's talk about this past week's. So I was digging up here. This past week's NFL games. Thursday night, the Jets beat the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers. Fun fact about that game: his first touchdown pass to a first-round pick.
Yes. That's
Wah,
crazy.
wah, wah, to Garrett Wilson, huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
His first touchdown pass in his career. So that kind of tells you how good he is, how good he was.
Yeah.
In Green Bay, just never had the.
He was good. He was good on Thursday too.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
looking.
I watched that game. He looked good.
He's looking
Yeah.
better
The
and
first
better.
half. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's his
Was
first.
that the week before? So is he the oldest player in the NFL, and he threw a touchdown to the youngest player in the NFL? That was the week 2. Rodgers to Braylon Allen.
Oh, Braylon Allen would be youngest. Yeah,
Aaron is
you're
the
right.
oldest
It
player in the
was
NFL.
Braylon Allen's youngest. Braylon Allen's can't even drink.
Yeah, he's not.
He's 20.
20.
Yeah.
He's actually looks pretty good out
Yeah,
there.
they're using him right. They're doing like
Yeah.
a back. They're probably 30%.
Yeah, getting him a few plays.
Yeah,
Yep, throwing him
not-
the ball,
yeah.
letting him run in an open area.
not getting Brees Hall beat up. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Smart.
good.
And they just look pretty good in that game.
It's a good team. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. And the Chargers, Steelers beat the Chargers. In that game, Herbert was hurt again, had to leave the game. Ankle sprain, he's going to have an MRI, I believe. Not sure what came out of that. Justin Fields is 3-0 now with them, as we talked about earlier. Quentin Johnson had a touchdown in the game. And, yeah, that's about it. Herbert, kind of a quiet game. 125 and a touchdown.
Who's the backup there?
For Herbert, not Tyrod Taylor.
No, because John Travolta was the guy that was trying to give him a shot.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here. Heineke's there. He was 2 for 2 in that game.
Give me a magic marker, a Sharpie.
Also, so yeah, the Steelers moved to 3-0. One of the 3-0 teams left. Texans, after their nice slow start, the Vikings. Wow, I went in the water there, but Sam Darnold is it's that story of a guy that gets in the right with the right people around him, and he can play football. And that's the poor Darnold guy that just was beat up for how many years, and he had 4 touchdowns in that game.
Did you see that they did the same meme with him and C.J. Stroud, that C.J. Stroud and Caleb Williams had?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
what he said, but it's just the fact that somebody was like, hey, we should do this.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's good.
So the Vikings moved to 3-0, correct?
Yeah,
Did
3-0.
you hear what like Belichick said? Well, everybody likes him. In Carolina they liked him, and San Francisco he said I think the Rams, but it was San Francisco liked him.
Well, San Fran, when he got time, he played good there.
Yeah,
too.
and then
Another
he
good,
goes,
good system.
Got some love in there.
because everybody likes him except at the Jets,
Yeah.
That's where he started, right?
Yeah.
The Jets drafted him, yeah. The Eagles win a close one, 15-12 in New Orleans. Last second drive, Goddard had Dallas Goddard had like a 35-yard catch on the last drive.
That was a dogfight in
Yeah,
that game.
and the Eagles win. Broncos' first win of the season. At Tampa, kind of a weird game. People thought Tampa would probably run that, but Denver goes in and wins 26-7.
Tampa's been lighting it up.
Yeah.
So was New Orleans too. The game before.
The Giants beat the Browns 21-15 for their first win. The Panthers
Hey,
and
can we
Andy
talk-
Dalton, the Red Rocket, 36-22.
Can we talk about the Cleveland thing? How bad?
What is their record?
What's his name? Deshaun Watson is.
I believe they're 1-2 now.
1-2.
Yeah, because they won. They beat the Giants. No, they beat.
They beat somebody good in week 1, didn't they?
No, they beat Cowboys. Smoked them the first week. Are they 0-3?
Who's that?
The Browns are at 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah, then they won a game. They won in week 2, which I could probably just go like this and tell you who they beat. Jaguars.
So I looked up this thing and it says
Makes sense.
By 5.
By 5 too.
Deshaun Watson's EPA, which is kind of like the war, I think, of football, is it not? EPA, like your. So his per dropback in weeks 1 for 3 is the worst for any Browns quarterback since 2000. So in 20 years, I mean, that's behind like Brady Quinn's and Derek Anderson's and Tyrod Taylor's.
But they got him for a steal. I mean, they got him for nothing,
Yeah,
really.
bargain basement.
Yeah. Didn't give up much, not a lot of
So
money.
essentially the worst rated Browns quarterback. Remember, they always have those jackets with like the 50 names on the back?
Yeah.
And he's probably the worst of all of them on that, and he's getting paid by far the most.
So the Panthers end up beating the Raiders 36-22. Another surprise, I believe. That would be.
The Raiders are just bad.
Well, they had come off a big win too, and they beat who they beat in week 2. That was like a huge upset, I thought.
They won
Yeah.
the game?
Baltimore, wasn't
Ravens.
it?
Yeah, they upset Baltimore at Baltimore.
Yeah.
I should pay more attention.
So yeah, it's the NFL's crazy.
But Andy
Yeah, that's why
Dalton had
people
a
watch it.
horrible game there, right?
3 touchdowns?
3.
Yeah, Red Rocket. Seahawks beat the Dolphins 20-3. The Dolphins just have no offense right now.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, it's gonna be next week. He got hurt, and I think next week they're gonna start Huntley. I think he's gonna end up starting. The Ravens beat the Cowboys. We talked about earlier, 20-25. Dak threw touchdowns at the end, but the Ravens just put up too much to start the game, and the Cowboys defense is lost. Lions big win out west over the Cardinals. That was like a dogfight game, but it was a tough game, and that's a big win for the Lions on the road. Rams come back, beat the 49ers,
I couldn't
down by
believe that.
14 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, with all those injuries.
Yep. And then the Chiefs just doing Chief things.
They're becoming the
22-17.
Patriots.
They
Like,
just win
They
games
just win.
and they win them.
It didn't look pretty.
No.
Like if you were watching that game,
You would thought the Falcons would have won the game. The Falcons look way better.
Yeah.
the Falcons were exciting in the first half. I mean, the Chiefs looked kind of dull.
Yeah.
And then you look down for a little bit and you look back up and like, the Chiefs have the lead? What the hell happened?
The Packers win 30-14 in Tennessee. I heard that was kind of like heard it was kind of like Indy, which I believe too. There was a lot of Bear fans
Pretty
in
much
Indy.
a 50-50 split.
Yeah, it was louder when the Bears were on off in defense. When the Indy was on offense, it was louder than when the Bears were on offense.
Yeah.
Really.
And it was the same way in Tennessee. I think it was crazy.
Well, didn't they make some joke about Coach Ditka or something, and everybody booed?
Who's greater,
and it was
Dick or Jordan?
yeah.
You
It
know,
was
it was Dick as a saint and Jordan as a wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. I thought that was funny. And the Bears lose to the Colts 21-16. We talked about that already. And another thing, there's another podcast out there you guys should check out. It's called the 46 Zone Podcast. That's out there right now.
Oh, who does that?
A couple of guys I know.
What's it called?
46
Zone?
46 Zone Podcast.
I'm gonna write that down because I'm guessing that's because of the Packers, right? The 46 zone they used to run.
But back to the Packer game. Jair Alexander had a pick 6 in the game. He just got done celebrating. He's a captain next week. Packers had a pick 6.
hey,
Fun fact about the Packers: that's more interceptions this year than they had all last year
Yeah, I heard
as a
that.
team.
Right.
Um,
Hey, they're already like the Bears, man. They're winning on defense with crazy plays.
it's defense and field goals
Yeah,
and a couple touchdowns, but defense and a running quarterback.
yeah. That was gonna be my next thing. Yeah.
Jordan Love, get out.
Go to Pittsburgh, you dick.
Next week, I think Jordan Love, and we'll talk about next week. Jordan Love has to play next week because I think Malik will have his hands full with the Vikings defense.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love has to start next
The
week.
storybook is
I think.
over.
I think. Well, I'm not saying that, but I think against the Vikings, he'll have to pass his way out of it. I don't think the Vikings defense is what they did to C.A. Stroud yesterday, and the Bears did a good job against Stroud, but he made plays.
Right.
They made Stroud look silly. He couldn't read. They said what he throws you, Brian Flores. It's different, and Brian Flores, for all the crap he went through or did or whatever, he might be one of the best coordinators in football right now. He's up there with the Bob Slowicks of the world. Which interesting, Bob Slowick, the Houston guy versus one of the, and you saw what happened. Defense, you got good defense early in the year too. Early in the year, offense is so far behind still, so far behind everybody else.
I agree.
But anything about the games? I'm sorry,
If their defense plays that well, Jordan Love's going to struggle against them too. He's a young
Well, coming off
quarterback.
an injury too. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
I mean,
it's gonna. Luckily, it's in Lambeau and it's a Milwaukee game, so hopefully, all those Milwaukee people get really, really drunk and really, really loud, and that may help. But it's gonna be a tough game.
Didn't Niners play the Vikings? And Purdy said that I couldn't get your scheme. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what he told him.
Yeah.
And there's so many young
2 weeks
quarterbacks.
of film that everybody.
They beat back-to-back weeks. They beat handily. We could argue 2 playoff teams.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
And-
Handily.
And none of us picked
They weren't
the
even
Vikings.
close. They were all picked the last by all of us. By us. sitting
But
here.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
We thought they'd be with the injury. I thought their defense had injury and stuff. But they're playing really, really well.
wait until they get Jordan Addison back and they have another weapon too. He's been out, and Hawkinson. They got both
Yeah.
those guys coming
I was gonna
back.
ask you guys a question.
Sorry.
That was my ugly too, and I forgot. That's why I got sidetracked by the round tell us. Ugly. How about top pick fantasy tight ends this year?
Yeah.
How ugly is it right now?
Laporta.
The Kelce's,
Laporta.
Laporta got injured. Mark Andrews has been. Their tight ends haven't been used at all.
Done.
Unless they
Likely had a good
the
game.
and that's it. They've had
First
like
game.
10 targets total
Has
between them.
Pitts played well?
Pitts has played okay.
Yeah.
Bowers had a weak last game.
I have Goddard. He's been.
Goddard's been, but every tight end, they've been the same way. They've all been like
Yeah.
that.
They have like 1 week.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Goddard
Henry.
wasn't. He wasn't a top pick for me.
Is it because
No.
nowadays they got linebackers that play like cornerbacks?
I don't know. People said that
You can
Kelsey.
keep up with them?
Yeah, the Kelsey thing. They say people are starting to say that. Who's Todd McShay came out and just said he thinks Travis Kelsey had too much fun in the offseason.
Possible.
Too much partying, traveling, whatever, chasing his girl. And he didn't say chasing. I'll say chasing his girlfriend around the country and the world, and not focusing on the game.
270 flights last year.
Yeah.
Okay, let's name the top fantasy tight ends so far. PPG.
Point
Point per, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put Brock Bowers in there.
Number 2.
Okay. How about? Well, and Evan. I was gonna say Evan Ingram earlier, but he kind of doesn't count because he's been hurt.
He's
2
been
weeks.
out the whole
So
week.
He had the
hasn't
second
played-
week.
yeah,
he
he
played
really-
week 1.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
he can play the full game.
Yeah. Well, he hurt his hamstring in the pregame of the second week.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You got to get a guy from the Niners. How's he doing?
Oh, Kittle.
Kittle's number 7 right now.
How about? Well, after yesterday. After, I don't know, Komet? Is he?
Number 3.
I was gonna say because he had the big game yesterday.
Did he
That's the
get
problem. He's had one good game and he's in there. That's
Well,
crazy.
Well, the other one we mentioned,
Oh, likely.
Number 4. That's what I was going
He's
to say.
had one good game.
Where's Hunter Henry?
I don't know.
How about?
He had one good game.
He's on the bench.
He's not even on there.
How about?
Goddard's
Kelsey's
number 1.
like
We
number
talked.
Oh, Goddard is one because he's had 2. Yeah.
So we're missing. There's there's 2 in the top 7 that we haven't got yet. The other 2.
Well, you got to remember too. Passing touchdowns are down. So.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
One guy was supposed to be good, and the other guy he's an old timer.
I don't know.
Trey McBride,
Oh, McBride, yeah.
and then Gesicki.
Oh, Gesicki, yeah, and he's with
Yeah, he's been
Bengals,
solid.
the Bengals,
He's
right?
he's been all right. Yeah, he had one big catch yesterday. I saw.
Okay. Well, we can do the beer of the week now, and then we'll talk about next week's games. Maybe make some predictions.
You want some overreactions too?
Yeah, let's do them after. We can
Everything's
do the after the beer. We'll do overreactions. Yeah,
Okay.
you got some?
I got a few here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's do the beer first, and then we'll do that. I always forget about that.
I like beer because it is good.
Beer is good, and I'm still pouring here, but little story here. My good buddy Big Ed next to me gave me some tickets that he couldn't use to a concert in Waukegan at the Genesee Theater, and my brother-in-law and I, went out for some brews beforehand. It was a good concert.
No
Thank
doubt.
you, Ed. We stopped at Harbor Brewing, which is in Winthrop Harbor. And perfect ode to the guy that gave me the tickets. This is Big Ed's Brew. It's kind of a blood orange IPA type deal here. Did everybody have one?
It's for the man with a mustache.
For the man with the pencil thin mustache. That's a Jimmy Buffett song right here. So yeah, Big Ed's Brew from Harbor Brewing in Winthrop Harbor, sort of local. It's got a good.
Tastes like Pledge.
Really?
No,
Like I did make it in my basement.
no, it's good. It's not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was good. They had some good beer. So it's a nice little venue.
Tastes like a Blue Moon on steroids.
Yeah,
Supposedly
right.
It does. It does.
they're in Lake Villa.
Lakeville.
Yeah, and then they have this little beer garden type thing in Winthrop Harbor, which was a really cool setting.
Yeah, I've
You been there?
Yeah, it's very
yeah,
nice.
nice place. They had live music. They had a food truck that night. It was just kind of a. They had
It's
some
definitely a beer you drink out of a glass, not out of a can.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
some other
good call.
beers that were
Good.
really, but I had to get it because it's Big Ed.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's got a
Did
good.
you enjoy the concert? Was it any good?
The concert was pretty good.
Decent.
Those seats were good.
Who was
Yeah,
it?
Gavin DeGraw.
Oh wow.
So he actually came out and walked like we just got there. He came down the stage. He's in the aisle. He was like
Who went
almost
with
this
you?
close. David, my brother-in-law. So
Oh, yeah, I like Dave.
yeah. He's
When
good.
was the concert?
It was good. It's a good night.
When was it?
Oh, it was just a couple Fridays. ago.
Fridays, yeah.
Yeah. So
I was
yeah.
busy hunting. They changed the date on it, and I figured, who would be better to take my tickets than Bradley and Dave?
You couldn't find anybody else.
That,
That was fantasy
No,
football.
no,
right?
actually, you were one of the
asking
you were one of the
You were
first
like the
ones.
Mark Andrews on the list of tight ends right now.
I was John Smith.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what do you guys think? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think
like
good.
it.
Yeah.
I'd drink it.
Good little
Just-
venue, right down the road, really. I
You're,
mean,
just remember, you're my Bieber, so you owe me it. Jesus, that's
Adam
horrible.
Adam asked us.
Oh, good old Adam.
Guy Lock says, "Wait, isn't this the Joe Biden fan club show?"
How many concussions did he get playing hockey?
He still thinks that Joe Biden's a senator.
Gotta find out is he have his mustache still?
Oh, his
Oh.
mustache was killer.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
It's not as good as mine because you could see through mine. That's what separates the. Yeah, there's no way.
well, when
Rick's
I
gonna
walked
see
in here,
through.
I thought Ed still had the mustache.
He just got to drinking a glass of milk.
A couple injury things that I forgot to talk about. Joe Alt will be missed this week with a suffered MCL, and Drew he's been playing incredible. Joe
Oh
Alt.
my God, yeah.
So Laporte is day to day with ankle sprain. Devontae Smith is in concussion protocol. Skylar Thompson has chest messed up. Trade McBride is in concussion protocol. Just talked about him. Myles Garrett had a MRI, came back clean, but he'll stay today with him. Cooper Kupp will be out another week. CMC is in Germany seeing an Achilles specialist for his Achilles tendonitis. People said don't freak out, just seeing it, but I'm like,
In Germany?
There was another player that went there too.
if you're
Who else
going,
went there? 2 years ago.
was it Rodgers after he got done, after he was hurt?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rodgers went to Germany.
He went to Germany after to get it
Yeah.
checked. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it'd be either him or Kirk Cousins.
I thought it was Kirk.
It's one of those, but it might be Adam. It might be Adam Rodgers. It might be Aaron
Rogers
Rodgers.
was sitting in the ocean having dolphins have sex with
Whale.
Achilles.
Wales.
Or whales.
Frank Ragnow tore a pec and he's week to week. Trent Brown, big injury. He tore his patellar tendon last night and he's out for the season. The best lineman for the Bengals. Also, Najee Harris was seen leaving the locker room with a sling. Red Rocket was on fire, but Adam Thielen on a nice, great touchdown catch blew his hamstring. He's on the IR with that hamstring we saw when we were watching the game yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
What's a hamstring, like 6 weeks usually?
I don't know. It's a good one, though. Pretty significant.
I've done it before, and I was out for a long
Didn't Trent
time.
Williams go down too?
He was hurt, but I don't know if he's going to miss time. But yeah, he did get hurt.
Yeah.
And the other one is not injury news, but defensive star Darwin James has been suspended 1 game for his helmet-to-helmet hit in Sunday's game against Pittsburgh. So if you have Darwin James as an individual defensive player, don't start. So that's I rushed through those fast. So
Thanks for the tip.
no problem. Fantasy, you guys know. So old guy. Hey.
Santa Claus.
Overreactions.
Sam Darnold is the best quarterback in the NFL after 3 weeks.
That's not a reaction because he might be.
No, I
Number-wise, he
agree.
could
I
be.
would agree.
Reality?
We're not saying end of the year. We're just saying
No,
now.
no, yeah. No, this is just,
Yeah, I agree. He took a team that nobody thought would win 5 games, probably. He
Yeah.
already won 3 and handily.
Your overreaction would be that he's going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Josh Allen has pretty much lit it up so far. I mean, but you're right with statistics right there.
Well, Allen after yesterday too he was a monster.
right.
Yeah.
Rick? Sam Darnold? No? Sam Darnold?
If I look confused, will you just skip me?
Is it an
I
overreaction?
don't think it's an overreaction. I mean, like you're saying, it's week 3.
And he comes back with like
Yeah.
this.
No, like you said, if it was the MVP race, I don't think it'd last that long. But week 3, probably top 2, top 3.
Nice.
Willie.
It's a good story.
Another
though.
one.
Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver in the 2024 draft class.
Overreactions.
Yeah.
Because
Harrison
Yeah,
had
Harrison's
one of the first
gonna be-
Marvin Harrison
Would be
shows that
winning.
he can do it. He shows he can. They both for week 1 they weren't very good. Week 1.
Okay.
They're both very quiet.
Then Malik got like 10 balls or 12 balls the other day. Second week,
Big
was
night.
it?
Sounds like your weekend.
I was,
that-
I was trying to find the words. Thank you, Scott.
Did he throw some best parties?
Oh, jeez.
Did he or Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky.
Who?
I know.
Who? Drippy Stanicky?
So
I gotta put that down.
then he would drench the infield, right? I mean,
Yeah, he did. He would. He'd oil it up.
flood the
Hey,
infield.
actually, if you're Diddy, you go oily infield. Another overreaction.
Saquon Barkley is the best signing of the NFL offseason.
I already said Derrick Henry was, but right now it's a 1B. I'm not going to argue with it.
Yeah, I think when you brought it up the other day, I said Saquon.
But I just like what
I
the
was
fit
right
with Derrick
there.
Henry is with the team. But yeah, I have no problems at all with Saquon Barkley.
I think Saquon's a little bit more important because he went from not the Eagles, but to the Eagles from the Giants.
Yeah.
It's kind of a kick in the
it's
balls.
kicking the ass.
But, and both those guys, I think Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley are hungry to win too. They've been on not winning teams.
Yeah.
Our teams that have won but haven't been. They're on. These two teams could be in the Super Bowl. They could be. I mean, the Eagles. I would maybe both.
you could say
Either
they're playoff
maybe.
contenders.
Yeah. Oh
Sure.
yeah. They're gonna be in the picture at the end most likely.
Yeah.
If their quarterback's healthy and they get down the road, they're gonna be there. So I mean, yeah.
Who was a bigger upgrade in
Oh,
what they're doing?
Henry.
I would say Saquon almost. Like, I mean, the
Henry
Ravens
was
still
pretty
ran the
simple.
ball well last
Gus
year.
Edwards or something.
Yeah, I'd say Henry because Swift was good in the offense last
Swift
year.
was good in the Eagles.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ran for over
And
1,000.
they had Dobbins, but Dobbins was always hurt.
Yeah.
And now he's playing well. He
But-
kind of didn't do a lot this week.
I think we all agree It's 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
agree.
can pick either one, and I'm not gonna be like, oh my, that's terrible. You know?
Yeah, and there's other. Is there any other picks that we're not thinking of? Any pickups?
Justin fucking Fields.
Hells yeah, let's go. Malik
Justin
Willis,
Fields is
let's
3-0.
go.
Just gonna say it.
Scott's over here.
Justin Fields is 3-0. Just gonna say it.
Some dude yelled at yesterday walking out. Justin Fields 3-0. I go, then be a Steelers fan.
He was horrible. Scott's yelling at other fans.
The only one.
I wouldn't say that.
Tim laughed. It was like,
It was funny. I heard it.
Did Tim wear a Packers jersey in the game?
No, I don't think Tim knew what he was wearing.
That's another thing we should play is how many different jerseys do you think we spotted that weren't there?
Yes.
Did you guys wear Bears jerseys?
Yes.
Yeah, me and him did, yeah.
And then what did the rest of you?
He wore a Cheeto shirt that got a bunch of compliments.
A lot of compliments.
I did get a lot of.
Tim wore a Kingfisher.
There was
No
a
flannel?
there was a gay black guy that was really like my shirt.
The one walking out.
He's like, I like your shirt.
A little bit.
You sound like,
He did, didn't he?
you just
were
sound like that
there.
dude from Family Guy.
Yeah, I know, right? It was kind of creepy. I can't do the whistle though. What Herbert?
Herbert, yeah.
No, and I was like, it's the only team I root for.
A little bit.
Yeah, I wore
Team
Peyton
Rex.
and Rick wore Urlacher.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Little dribble.
No, I'm good.
Sure wore my away Matt Forte.
Little dribble.
For Matt Forte,
Little head.
fun fact, I should have wore it because he scored his first touchdown in that building.
Oh, nice.
Is that right?
Yeah, he broke on like a 40-yard. It was rookie year.
Forte,
First game of the year.
a good man too.
Upset win at that stadium. They weren't favored to win. They won the game.
I saw somebody or a couple wearing
Oh.
Taylor Swift. One was Taylor, one was Swift.
Yeah.
19-4.
It was awesome.
He took a sad time to take a picture.
Did a U-turn.
I had a
went back, took a picture.
She had a
Ed's
post
like,
for you.
I'm like standing there. These guys are walking, and Timmy's walking away from me. So this is how long it took. Rick goes, ooh, all the way back. Like, what is he doing?
I thought you guys got ahead of us. I'm like, oh, they must have got ahead of us. Oh, whatever.
That would've made more
they,
sense.
They know where to go. Whatever.
No, Rick got all excited. I'm going back. I'm like, what?
Great reason to go
Yeah.
back.
It was. It was a great picture.
I got one
And we
more
still
for
caught you.
Okay.
Frenchie should be NFL Coach of the Year.
He could be right now. Depends how they finish.
I mean, you'd say him or the Vikings.
I mean, the kid
coach.
guy from Seattle too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a
Mike
bunch.
Tomlin. I mean,
He's-
that's a hard award to give away right
3
this
weeks.
minute because there's more 3-0 teams.
and they just beat the worst team in football, probably.
Yeah, and the week before the Colts, as we saw, aren't that great either. Just that Bears couldn't beat them. And
Bears couldn't run the ball
It was
against
almost
them.
oddly the same type of game. They were both just slugfests
But the Bears couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, the Bears
where
could run, they
Packers
probably would've
just
beat 'em.
Ran it down their throat for a while.
Isn't it weird that Malik's got more wins than Love does this year?
He's got 2 more wins
Yeah.
than he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's only 2
Quarterback controversy.
No.
2 0-win teams, Jacksonville and Tennessee, and
There's
1,
5
2,
3-0s.
5 3-0s. So yeah, I mean they're beating each other up, and it's week 3, whatever. It's too hard to.
It's a long season.
You can try to water to week 5 or 6.
Nobody
That's when
knows.
it starts. That's when you'll start.
But,
You
yeah.
start seeing stuff.
I hate
San Francisco is in last place.
Is that going to hold up? You think overreaction? They're going to end up in last and not make
That's
the
a good
playoffs?
one. Yeah, 49ers finished in last.
I highly doubt that.
I don't think so.
How about the 49ers don't
Dallas
make the
is in
playoffs? The 49ers don't make the playoffs.
Of course, correct.
I agree.
Well, they should have won the last 2. They should have won on Sunday, not the game against the Vikings. They should have won that game, and they just shit the bed in the fourth quarter.
And who goes the opposite way of the 3-0s? You got Seattle's a 3-0, Steelers are a 3-0. Who's going to go?
Who's the other 3-0s? Vikings,
Bills.
Vikings,
Bills.
Bills.
I'm not going to that one the other way. Well, yeah, I would
Most
say
likely is
I would probably pick
Steelers.
Steelers and Seattle maybe,
Yeah.
just because they're in a. Well, I mean, the only other team that division,
Tough division, though.
San Fran's the only team that because the Rams are beat up, and who's the other team?
Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, you don't know what you're getting into with the Cardinals.
Right,
So I think Seattle could still stay the course and do well in that division. Yeah, they got a tough game this week. Another tough game. Going to Detroit on Monday Night Football, play the Lions. That's going to be that's going to be a test for the and the way the Lions treat these primetime games. They haven't had any in a long time. They treat them like playoff games. It's got to be crazy loud in those places in that place.
Yeah.
But the hard fact is Seattle's going to travel well. It's going to be interesting to see how many fans are there from Seattle. But it won't be as many as probably Nashville saw and Indy saw. But yeah, that's a good question. It's so early though.
Yeah, I
mean-
mean, you did that scenario at the beginning of the season where you picked all the games, right? I mean,
Yeah.
did you have anybody 16-1, 15-2?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I could look.
I don't really see that. I mean, I think if you're a 3-loss teams are probably the best team in the NFL this year?
I have the Chiefs 12-5. The
Oh.
Jets, Bills 11-6. Dolphins 10-7. Now that might not
So
happen.
you really had some luck.
Texans 11-6. Ravens 11-6. Bengals 11-6. Probably not gonna happen. I had the Steelers 9-8. I didn't have them that bad.
But no real, you didn't have any real dominant.
Niners 13-4.
Okay, there's your most dominant.
Lions 12-5. Cowboys 12-5.
Hmm.
Eagles 12-5. Buccaneers 10-7. Falcons 10-7.
Yeah.
That's very possible in that division.
So it's so early though. It's hard to
Those
go.
are
Oh,
possible.
yeah. Those aren't nothing out of. I think the Cowboys might be. I don't know. Cowboys got to right that ship. Or I said the other day I thought McCarthy get fired at the end of that game if they lost. But then it's like, well, they can't give the job to Mike Zimmer because his defense is part of the reason they suck.
Mike
Mike-
Zimmer of all people.
Yeah, and Michael Parsons called out a defense a couple weeks ago. He said, "There's guys here just what was the word? It's that they always say the saying, not earning a paycheck, but I don't know, making business decisions." That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the kind of the same thing that the Raiders coach
Yeah,
said.
Raiders coach said too many guys making business decisions on the field.
Oh, we've talked about that on this
A
show.
long season.
And Antonio Pierce don't care because thing with him, he's playing with house money.
Yeah.
He needs to win to be an NFL coach. He's going to do whatever he has to. If he loses his job, he's still going to get a job somewhere, probably as an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
He just might not be a head coach. These other guys might not say because they want to be kid gloves, and it's like you gotta call these guys out. They make a lot of money, and if they're going to cost you your job.
So he called him out.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying Micah Parsons is that team leader now? That
Oh
they-
yeah, Micah Parsons.
It's good to see because he's a young guy.
Yeah, and I think Micah Parsons is going to be. He's going to get traded in the offseason. If not,
Has he
if not
played well?
before.
Has he played well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a monster.
Against the Browns, he was a monster.
Yeah.
Whoever gets him, if somebody can trade for him, I mean, on a playoff team, he's going to be a huge.
I wish
difference maker.
Big number.
I wish the Bears would go after him. I mean,
That would be a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
team for him to actually go
that'd be
to.
great to put him on the edge with them. I mean, that'd be it would be. They need that because they're off. You're not gonna be able to improve your offensive line in free agency.
Every team.
Or right this minute. Yeah.
Every fan of every team saying the same.
Well,
Yeah.
I said it last. I was talking last week. I think the
He'd fit
with the
in
Bears and
anywhere.
the trade thing, they should go out and ask these teams like Tennessee Titans, the teams that are 0-3 or whatever,
Yeah.
and say, what does it get? What does it get to get your best offensive lineman?
Yeah.
I want your best offensive lineman. I'll give you a 4th round pick for him right now.
Yeah.
As long as he grades out high, I want him because I don't care what position he plays, I want him. Go to Tennessee and go somewhere else, give him your 4th and 5th round pick or 3rd and 4th, and get those linemen now.
Yeah.
I like that. Why are you not at call Santarelli up? See what he says.
So I get a job there.
Yeah. Call Mikey up. See what he says.
Because I mean, those teams got. It depends what guy's money and all that too. Whatever. So I don't know. So you got birthday?
I do have birthdays.
Let's do it.
And we'll,
1 year ago today.
huh.
That's weak.
Who's that young guy?
All right, let's do some birthdays. Where are we starting and what direction are we going?
We're gonna start with Scott today.
Oh, okay.
Scott, Ed.
Going to Ed then?
Oh yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay.
I'll go 4th.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know Rick's gonna jump in his boxers later.
I'm gonna go third.
What?
Okay.
You had to be there.
Vince Coleman.
Oh,
Vince Coleman.
Inventor of the grill.
I like that one even better.
Good boxer too. Vince Coleman, 82, 40 years ago, huh? Right? 40, 82, 40,
No, he was 80.
82, 82. No, but he played against the Brewers, right? Vince
No,
Coleman?
not on the 82 team. He was on the second team against the Twins.
Oh, I thought he played against the Brewers, Vince Coleman.
I don't believe so. I think it was Lonnie Smith then was lead up.
Oh, okay, well,
I
85.
think.
40 years ago. I'm going to say, is it 40? 20? I don't know. Math is no good. I'm going to say he's 60. 63.
Wow, from the get.
Wow.
That 85 helped him out there.
Okay.
John Harbaugh.
Talk about him the other day. We were talking one of the most underrated coaches.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody ever talks about John Harbaugh ever.
And he was
Everybody talks about his brother.
Yeah, but I always talk about Shanahan and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I love those guys. You know that.
which coaching tree was he under? We said.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
did
right.
special teams.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, he went from a special teams to head coach. People like, oh my God, I can't do that. Blah,
So
blah.
did Andy Reid.
Which
he's,
Bears,
he's
I wish the Bears
well
would have done it.
respected.
He was a quarterback's coach. Andrew.
Yeah, Andy Reid he wasn't a coordinator either.
Before the game that they trounced the Cowboys, McCarthy's comments were, if you were to say that this guy's, like the most consistent, that's disgraceful because he's a godsend. Like people just, the other coaches think he's incredible. Like they're like just calling him excellent is a disgrace because he's beyond excellent. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I wouldn't even know where to start with him. 66.
Let's see. Is he older or younger?
That's the question.
62. There we go.
Damn, I didn't think he was that old.
Okay, so now that we asked that, who's older? Jim?
I think Jim
Jim's
is
like
younger. Jim is younger.
Jim's younger.
Yeah.
Captain Comeback.
I think Jim's 60.
We should get their parents on this show.
If the old man.
Yeah, ask them all kinds of questions.
Good football conversation, I bet.
Oh hell yeah.
And
He
there's
was a great coach.
Yeah.
Is it they have is it their sister that's married to Crean?
Tom Green, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, douchebag. Raphael Palmero.
Stood up and talked about standing up in Congress.
Yeah. The son of a nutcracker. It's
57.
Raphael.
You got really excited to hit that bell.
No.
I was right on it.
I'm on it.
61.
Rafael Palmero. I'm gonna say he's 59.
That's where I was going to go. So I'm going to say 60. I was going 59.
I just used the rhythm that was going. 63, 62. I thought 61 would have been it.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Scottie Pippen.
Ah, no Ted Pippen.
Scotty!
Yeah, no shit.
I can't whistle.
Yeah.
Did you say you can't whistle?
And a loud ass whistle, Phil Jackson.
I
You could hear
can't.
you could hear that thing in the upper
He
deck when
would
he was
just
at
get it.
games.
He would get.
Yep.
I have no idea. I can't.
Yeah.
Whistle.
You could hear in the upper deck.
Rick, you look like you don't understand.
Yeah, this fucking squirrel. Please repeat the question.
Scotty
Someone has a Long Island cobwebs.
Pippen.
Sprinkle my brain.
We're going to Ron's
Chipmunk
tomorrow
up,
night?
yeah.
He's farting sweet tarts over there.
64.
I forget what we're talking about.
Jordan is 60 something. I think Pippen's younger. I'm gonna go with 59 again.
Yeah. I think Jordan's 61.
Yeah, and there he was drafted like a year or two
Wait,
later.
it wasn't Jordan's
I was going to go
birthday this week,
59, so I'll say 60.
No, his birthday's February 17th, same as
Oh.
Jarrett's.
That's right.
That's why he's on. And yeah. Oh, me?
Yep. John Lynch.
Oh, I know this one.
Of course you do.
That freaks
Whoa.
everybody out. I'm gonna go last.
I'm scared. No, it's good. They won the Super Bowl in the 90s, right? Wasn't it? No, it's 2000s.
It's on the refrigerator at home, right?
2000s.
John Lynch's birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
He signed my card this week. Or Kristen did. It's Johnny's birthday. Johnny? Who the fuck's Johnny? Lynch. Son of a bitch. So 2000s. That's 20 years ago. I'm gonna say he's 46.
51.
52.
50.
53.
I get a half a ding. That usually like a verbal ding.
Nothing.
Like Apollo Creed.
You gotta like it.
All right, now I'm going to get somebody, some rock star, rap star I've never heard of.
Chauncey Billups.
Oh,
That's a basketball player.
You know what's
Detroit Pistons, right?
Yeah,
Detroit.
but I don't remember
And
when.
he played college ball where? Was it Arizona?
Wyoming.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Hey, he was a cowboy.
Could have been a cowboy.
Steel horse he
He
rode.
should have been a cowboy.
Did he
He was
have
wanted.
a coaching stint? He's not a coach anymore. He had a little coaching
He coached in the NBA for a minute, right?
for a minute for a cup of coffee.
Look,
He was
Cubs
a
won.
straight up baller. I mean, he was good.
I'm going to say 47. I don't know.
He's got to be.
It's a solid guess.
I'm gonna say he's 50.
54.
Say he's 55.
48.
God, I was so close
You're
again.
so close.
Man, I know my Chauncey
My
Billups
math
trivia.
is terrible.
Serena Williams.
You know what?
What does she sound like having a baby?
You bet. Eh,
Part of that Diddy.
Ed's
party.
giving it to her in there. No, she's just watching tennis.
I don't think she's 38. They started so young,
I know.
And she's
but she's been around.
around the block.
Ed sure is screaming at me. 34.
You said 34. I'm going to go cut him in half and say 36.
Ooh.
I'll say 40.
She's
You
young.
should have flipped it around.
83?
43?
43.
She's
Really? I didn't think she
43.
was over
Yeah, I was
40.
closer.
You said
Is she
Serena?
still competing?
Wait, here, let me try this again. Yep, 43.
You said
I was
Serena?
going to say 34, and then I said 40.
I
Damn,
said,
she's been around a long time. Okay.
All right. Mike Schmidt.
Schmidt's
Oh.
beer. Schmidt's beer. Schmidt's gay.
Just to me?
Yeah.
Who is he? I don't know who he is.
Does it play for the Phillies?
Are you trying?
62.
You haven't seen Always Sunny where he's like, yeah, well, you know, if Mike Schmidt. Who's Mike Schmidt? Who's Mike Schmidt? Who's they? Flip out. Mike Schmidt.
Yeah, well,
I wish I had that on there. It was great.
Mike Schmidt. 40 off of now would be 80s. 29. But he started before that. Although I'm going to say his number's so bad, but I think it's wrong.
It's going to be closer
Well,
to
if
the
you
thing.
pick
I'm gonna-
63, it's going to be wrong.
I'm going to say 71. God, I'd be pissed if he's going to be that fucking number.
You know what? He's so he started in like 73, so that's
Oh.
50 years.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
Well, he could have started at 19 back then.
Mm-hmm. We'll say it.
69.
Nope.
Ah, damn, it's close.
I
though.
thought it
It's
was.
close.
I said, what did I say, 73?
71.
71?
he's 74.
I already said.
I know it. 75.
Oh, wow.
He's older than I thought
Yeah,
then.
me too. I just want
That Mike Schmidt.
to say 69. That's all I want.
Yeah, maybe he started in like
Here's
70
your
then.
chance. Here's your chance.
Steve
Maybe-
Kerr.
Ooh.
Yeah, who cares?
Ooh.
No.
Well, F. Diddy, he's probably at his parties too. We should start that rumor.
Steve Kerr was part of the last championship. Then he won another one. Then he won two more or one more with Spurs for sure. He was back to back by himself, wasn't he?
He did win with the Spurs.
So 89 and
He
99.
also coaches.
98 and 99 he won. So that'd be 20 to 30. I'll say 30. It's easier. 53.
Wow. Oh, 53.
No, not even close. I'll say 59.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Me too.
It was a wild guess. Now I'm back to even.
Not me. I said 53.
Right?
Hey, if Ed would have wore that cap, that totally would have been Magnum last week, right?
No.
The mustache.
And he would have rented a Doberman.
Yeah.
What was his? He had a Ferrari, didn't he? Testarossa.
Ferrari.
And Scott could have been Robin Masters. And you could have been. Who's the guy that flew the helicopter?
TC.
TC! And you could have. Oh, you weren't there.
You could have been Higgins.
Hey.
Well, Willie, you should just go straight. to the
That's why I
mustache.
bet I want you to be Higgins.
What would that be like? Just a mustache. I'm trying to picture.
I get Tim credit for doing it. He fucking. He,
He had a lot of
Rick's
beard.
was awesome, but him
Lot of
shaving everything
beard.
off. He looked like Andy Reid.
But didn't
Yeah.
he shave his
He did.
beard just like a year or two ago, Tim?
No,
I thought he went. He went.
Oh, he did
down.
St. Baldrick's. Yeah, you're right. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I thought they had to shave it after they had to pull him off the tarp. He was stuck to it.
Wow.
His
It was all
mustache.
matted.
Hey,
It was all matted like a
So
like
you
an
guys
old
drag him across
cat.
the concrete.
Just
Oh my
wore his
God.
beard down.
he was up like this. He
Oh,
couldn't push it
sometimes
down.
when they put you in the car, cut your clothes, maybe they would cut his beard. I don't know.
They cut his shirt.
All right,
Okay,
Bert, here we go.
Here we go, Bert. Let's move on.
Okay, where were we at?
Ed, we're at Bam Margera.
Oh, we're just talking
we're
about
just
him.
watching these guys.
He's still alive, surprisingly.
Yeah.
That's what we looked up.
Yeah.
We were watching Jackass
Jackass
numeral
guy.
duh.
Yeah. We were watching it before he left to
Oh,
go
and
to
I
go
can't
to
remember.
Cincinnati, right? Yeah.
And I
That
can't
morning.
remember.
I think so.
It's kind of a blur.
Yeah, I'm not-
Ryan Dunn's dead.
Yep.
Chris Pontius is still alive, even though he used to put stuff up his butt all the
He's not a
time.
pilot. It's Pontius.
Pontius.
Yeah.
Pontius Pontius. Yeah, we saw some funny ones. Man, we saw him get hit with a Claymore mine with rubber bullets. Jesus Christ, they were destroyed. I want to say he's younger than us. I think. Do you think?
He's got to be about my age. I
Not-
would say.
not-
Yeah, I'm gonna say 45.
I'll say. Oh, okay.
And we just looked at, and I don't remember though, but we
You
just
you
looked
just
it up.
looked up if he was alive or dead.
Yeah, we were like, man, he's gotta be dead. These guys all gotta be Steve-O.
Right.
He's still alive too.
Yeah.
Clean.
Mira Sorvino.
Oh,
She invented Post-its.
Did she?
Oh, from that. What was
The
it?
show.
Mary and
They were in.
Go, Romeo and Michelle.
Michelle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
you know, I'm like.
Oh, look at Ron saying he has that mustache.
Doesn't
You're
even look.
$1 short, bud.
He doesn't even look like a penguin anymore.
Getting her mixed up, I think,
It's
with
like a
somebody
drunk
else.
penguin.
She's a good-looking lady. She had a deep voice too.
How do you dye your hair black and keep your?
But she's older, right? I'm trying to picture who she is.
Yeah, she's older enough.
Give me a movie.
Mira Sorvino was in.
That's Paul Sorvino you're thinking of.
That's his daughter.
Oh, but
Romeo and Michelle. She was in Romeo and
She
Michelle.
was in Goodfellas.
She's in a lot of movies.
Oh, she was in Goodfellas.
No,
Mira, no. No, that was
That's a big panel of guys.
no, it's Coppola's daughter.
Too
Was in
many.
it.
yeah.
Right.
And then the one Lorraine Bracco was
Right,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so she's 43.
Yeah,
Isn't Coppola's son Nicolas Cage?
That's
That
a
is-
rumor.
He might be
It's
possible.
uncle, I believe.
Is that an
No,
uncle?
they're somehow related. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the time I went to Francis Ford Coppola's house?
52.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Who's up? Scott, you're up.
I don't know the guesses. So I don't know. 50.
57.
You
Ooh.
guess that?
I'll say 51.
Oh.
Rick, you're up.
Oh, you didn't get to guess.
That's fine. Yeah.
Really?
I said 51.
That's what I thought.
Chili said 56. And go, oh, I was one off.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Who's up?
I know who she is.
Is Rick up?
Rick's
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Doesn't she do something with smelly cooches or something?
Candles.
Candles in the
Candles.
cooch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Candle cooch.
And
Yeah.
she's Iron Man's girlfriend.
What was her name in that?
Shallow Hell.
Yeah, she's Shallow Hell. What was her name in that movie?
It's something
Peppers.
weird.
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts. Yeah,
yeah.
Pepper Potts. Yeah.
What? Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah.
No, Pepper Potts.
Oh, I wonder if she's in with Diddy too.
Well, one of them is 40, 48. The other one is 46. So let me guess here. I'm gonna go with 48.
We're doing Gwyneth Paltrow, not Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? Who's 46?
I'm gonna say she's
Obviously, she is.
49.
I'll say 50.
I'm gonna go 46. I don't.
47.
52.
Damn it! I was gonna say my age too.
When you said
That's
the
why-
other one,
I
I
was-
was Scarlett Joe's the other one.
She's
or
too
what?
old for me. That's why I don't check her out. I only check out 50-year-olds. Mira Sorvino?
You say 15
Herb.
or 50?
And
I said both.
Oh.
Between 15 and 50.
that's his group.
I'm not a,
All right, I got two
I'm
more
not a
here.
junior high teacher.
Okay, let's go.
Cheryl Teagues.
She was a fox.
Who is it?
There's a post.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
69.
You
Damn,
can't
I
be.
went for it.
I don't know.
She's old.
Yeah, gotta be over that.
That was only -1 though for you.
71.
73.
70.
77.
Yeah,
I
she's
bet she still looks good.
old. Comments. He played on the 87 cards. Must have been talking about.
Vince Coleman.
Vince
So he
Coleman.
was on even
Adam-
85. Yeah.
Adam wrote, I will throw my good of the weekend. I saw Joe Biden talk today. Not sure what he said, but glad he is alive. Bad of the week. We found a dog last Sunday and we live in a lower Alabama. There isn't a shelter that has space within 5 hours.
Jesus.
Jeez. So he's got a
Gotta be a
dog.
Haitian community around there somewhere.
Springfield.
Obviously there isn't because there's a loose dog.
No Korean food around here?
Last one.
Hey,
We're 6 points.
this is the Bench Horse podcast.
If you're listening to the basement,
No, this is
We
worth
just lost
69
our last
points.
sponsor.
We just lost our last Korean food sponsor.
Korean barbecue was our last sponsor. We just lost that.
We never learn.
Soon. Anyways, Seinfeld, Jason Alexander.
Who's up, Ed?
Oh, Jason Alexander. He's an old dude. He's in a lot of bad movies.
Shallow Hell.
Yeah, good call. I'm gonna say so. She was 52 in Shallow Hell. I'll say he's
He's
63.
also in Seinfeld.
63.
I think he's 71.
No. When he did public, what do they call it, publicity for the Yankees, he was, what'd you get? 69.
Oh,
I was gonna say that too, just for shits and giggles. Too.
I don't think he's that old.
Just for Dickens and Tuggers.
Diggies and Tuggers.
Is this a 6-pointer?
69.
So now I gotta think. 69 was last guess.
No, I said 69 points.
Oh.
But it was the last guess.
We should do 60.
What'd you say? 69. What'd you say, Ed?
63.
What'd you say? 71. Man, I think he's older though.
I think he's younger.
I think it's
70s
65.
for sure.
I don't believe you guys.
That show was on the 90s,
We should look this up.
and he was older though in that show. I thought 30. He was. I'm gonna.
He just balded early.
Yeah.
That could be. Okay, I'm gonna go. It's 66.
65.
Told you he was
You could say
65.
65 too. 65.
Hit it.
The big winner is Eduardo.
What do you have? Two?
Two.
Damn, I would have tied him if I didn't.
Well, I
get
did.
69.
I did a 69 earlier too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cheryl Teagues. No. I'd 69. Her at her age, even.
And
We're
real quick,
waiting.
let's go on a table of picks real quick for next week. Giants, Cowboys versus Giants Thursday night. Cowboys are. We'll just straight up. You want to do spreads?
you know me.
So straight up.
It's a Diddy party.
What you guys want? Straight up or spreads?
Let's go straight up.
Okay, go around the table. Cowboys, Giants. Who do you guys like?
Them boys.
Cowboys.
Second.
I'll take the Cowboys.
It's in Dallas.
Yep.
Let me go.
No, it's in New
No,
York.
it's in New
It's in
York.
New York.
All right, then the Cowboys I'll take.
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Look at you.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football could be an AFC Championship preview. Bills visit the Ravens. It's a good one. The Ravens are 1-2. This is kind of a must-win type thing for them this early in the year. So, anybody? Bills, Ravens at home.
You know, the thing is they're so up and down every week. I think I'm gonna have to take the Ravens squeaked it out. Bills just killed Bill, and I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I think because the pressure is on the Ravens, that means they're going to lose. So I think I'm going to take the Bills. The Ravens will win a ton of games after this. I'm going to take the Bills.
I'm gonna go.
Buffalo Bills, because you don't need an explanation.
Because nobody.
And I'm going Ravens. You're the deciding vote.
I'm gonna go with Bills.
So
This
it's
is
3-2.
Josh Allen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs visiting the Chargers with possibly no Justin Herbert and a beat-up offensive line. That's why I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah,
That's how the NFL works,
that
man.
sings
Right.
to you, doesn't it?
NFL's weird, man. They've been playing too many close games. Chiefs. I'm just gonna go with the Chargers. I probably won't pick them in my pool or anything.
8 points too.
I'm taking the Chargers.
They're the new the Chiefs are the new Patriots for me, so I'm taking the Chiefs. They're just going to win.
Willie.
Chiefs.
Okay, 4-1. Chiefs.
Who'd you say? Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs.
Browns Raiders.
Riding?
I got tickets for this game. I got tickets for this game. Who wants to go? Browns versus Raiders.
Is it in Las
Dallas.
Vegas?
It is.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
You have tickets, really?
All right, have one. You guys are all dicks about it.
I don't even have to pack. I'm ready to go. Like,
I didn't get a chance to.
No, Brown. I wish I had tickets. Now I forgot they're in Vegas.
I do want to go to a game in Vegas.
I do too. So Browns Raiders though.
That's too shitty.
You said Raiders, Rick. Is that what you said?
Raiders.
I'm going Browns.
Browns.
Raiders.
When does Chubb come back?
Patriots visit the
My
49ers.
wife's going to get the same question.
Patriots visit the 49ers. I'm taking the Niners.
The current Patriots or the old?
No,
Okay.
I'm still go-
49ers.
I'm
for
going
me.
Niners.
Yeah.
Rick,
Niners.
Take the Niners.
Niners are a
Niners.
sweep. Commanders visit the Cardinals.
It'll be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Commanders are underdogs too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the Commanders.
I'm going Cards.
Cards.
Washington for sure.
Cards.
3-2.
Steelers visit the Colts.
Steelers.
I know
I'm
it's
taking
just-
Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers. I think
Anybody
Rich is
that
going to turn the
visits
ball
the
over at least
Colts.
twice in that game.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
TJ
taking
Watt's going to have a.
I'm taking Steelers.
Steelers.
And they're missing two interior linemen, the Colts, which the Bears can take advantage of, but the Steelers will take advantage of it, and they'll run the ball all over the middle. That's all they're going to do. Jaguars at Texans. Ha!
What is wrong with the frickin' Jaguars?
They're a disaster.
They suck ass.
I'm going to take the Texans. You know,
Yeah.
bounce back game at home.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence might be benched here coming up. He's not far off.
God, he was good a few two years ago. I mean, it
He's-
was
he's-
a decent team. a couple
He's
years
all
ago.
right, but he's not making the difference, you
They
know.
choked last year.
Yep. I'm going to go with Texans.
I have the Texans for 11 points.
Texans.
Eagles visit the Buccaneers. Interesting game.
Isn't that a repeat of that's a
Playoff game last year because the Buccaneers beat them. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Eagles.
Moi aussi.
Eagles.
Buccaneers.
The Schmeagles.
I'll take the Berkeley Eagles.
4-1.
Eagles as well. I'm gonna Saints at the Falcons. You like that? Taking Cousins and the Falcons.
Yeah, I think the Falcons should have won this last week, so I think they got one coming. Falcons.
I'm going with the Nolans.
I'm going to go with the
Houday.
Patagonia shirt wearing quarterback. I'm going to go with ATL.
And I'm going with the Saints.
Broncos visit the Jets. Aaron and the Jets.
Jets.
Jets. Jets.
Jets.
Is that short for Jetropolitans? That's a short for the Metropolitans.
I'm gonna take the.
Metropolitans?
I'm gonna take the Broncos. I mean the Jets. I'm sorry, Jets.
What do you got?
Jets.
All Jets.
So NFC Central games. How about this? Well, I'm sorry. Titans at the Dolphins. Monday Night Football. Yikes.
Play it.
They're just gonna flex that to next year.
Gonna flex it to PBS.
Wait, is there a hurricane coming?
Yeah, there is.
There is, but it's gonna be like
The
it's supposed to come our way. Like by
Supposed to-
Friday, it's supposed to be middle of the country.
Georgia or
Hurricane
something.
Ditka?
Hurricane Dick.
I love it.
Titans Dolphins. I
I can't do it.
gotta take the Titans
Is
just
it
because the
Tannehill-
Dolphins.
The Tannehill Bowl?
Ooh, good call.
Yeah.
Tannehill. I can't believe Tannehill hasn't got signed by the Dolphins, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Titans just because I think the Dolphins quarterback situation is. I mean, Huntley's solid, but he's
They'll
not.
have ballers there, though.
Will Levis just gotta quit turning the ball over, and he'll be better.
I'm going to take the Dolphins.
That's the problem with them.
Put me down. Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Do it.
I want
I
Titans.
got one for the Dolphins. What do you got?
I have the Titans.
I'm going to go with the Titans.
And I'm going to go with the Dolphins with Eric.
Because Levis,
It's your Super Bowl
he
season,
takes
isn't it?
chances.
Mhm.
And you got to like that, but that's what. How many turnovers did Josh Allen have last year?
It doesn't matter.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Levis doesn't throw 4
What do you
touchdowns
got?
and run for 2 more in a game.
46.
52 touchdowns, I think.
52
I think
touchdowns.
total.
Scott, hold
Levis
on,
ain't
I'm
gonna get-
talking right now. 52 touchdowns.
53.
Yeah.
Okay, NFC Central, NFC North games. Seahawks visit the Lions on Monday Night Football. And who do you like? Willie.
I'm going to take the. I'm going to take Detroit.
I also am going to take Detroit over the 3-0 Seahawks.
Just to spite you, I'm going to take the Lions.
You bring the kiss of death.
And I hate to go against the grain, but I'm also taking the Lions.
And I like the Lions already, so I'm taking the Lions. This is. They play well.
Way to
They
do the
play.
Lions.
They play pretty well in these big time games last few years. So
And
big
yeah.
TV games. They play
Dan
well.
Campbell loves being in the spotlight.
Dan Campbell.
Gotta
Beating,
move.
biting
Yeah,
kneecaps.
bite someone's fucking kneecap.
You got to
Telling the
move.
punter to sit on the
What was the
damn
weird
sidelines.
story? I was reading some weird story about him today.
You got to move.
Yeah, the move thing.
One of his daughter's classmates give up where he lived.
Yeah, like last week after the game said, here's where the coach lives, and because of his stupid fucking calls, and gave his address out on Snapchat.
And so people are harassing him?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Football's not that important. It's fun for the 3-4 hours we talk about, or the fantasy time, but after that, it's not that important. I
So
like
fans of other teams, or is that what you're saying? Or?
No, the Lions
Lions.
fans.
They hate Dan Campbell?
I guess
He's pissed off because he lost that game.
because he went last week. I forgot we didn't talk about the game last week. He went for it on 4th down. Huge mistake. They lost the game because of that call. They could have whatever. And he actually after the game took all the blame. It's my fault. I made a terrible call. I should not have done that. It's my fault.
Won't they find out where he lives when he moves? I mean, typically you end up
It's
knowing.
published in the newspaper. You can't not make
You
it
end up
published.
knowing. I mean,
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, how?
we've known where like Budenholzer.
Unless he's buying it through an LLC.
Jason Kidd and
Yeah, but it's still you have to have an address for the LLC.
Yeah, but you're not going to know that it's his LLC if it's like.
What's called Dan Campbell and
It's like-
LLC. You're gonna,
Bite
Not
Kneecap,
Dan Campbell's
hey, no,
LLC.
it's called
Kneecaps LLC.
Kneecaps, yep.
or it's called Going for It on 4th all the time LLC. That must be his.
Wait a second, I know what this means.
ineligible lineman downfield.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? What was the guy's name?
Shipper.
Shipper.
Yeah.
It's called the Shipper, Dan Shipper LLC. That's the guy who was called. How about the Packers hosting the Vikings on Sunday? This game's hard to pick because I don't know who's starting.
What is the spread on it?
If-
We're
if-
not doing spreads, but what is the
Packers
spread?
by 2.5.
If Love starts, I would take the Packers probably. But if Malik Willis starts, I'm taking the Vikings. And I think the game.
Got to make a decision.
I think the game will be close if Love plays. I think the Packers pull it out at home.
Yeah.
I really think that with Willis playing, I think the Packers might have a hard.
You don't get to make two choices. Which one is it?
I'll go with the Vikings because I'm gonna guess they're gonna get start after being 2-1. They're not gonna risk Love again.
Because it's at home, I'm going to take the Packers.
Vikings.
And then the Rams host the Bears on. I'm sorry, flip it around. The Bears host the Rams on Sunday at noon at home.
Rams.
I got the Bears. It's gonna be makeup game.
So
Bears are favored by
are
3.
home.
Yeah, the Bears at home.
Oh, I don't know.
Bears have a win?
Yes.
Yeah.
One win. And no cup, no.
That's kind of save, right?
No,
No,
Cup.
I just said the Rams.
no, they beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, they
No
beat
Cup,
them.
no
Yeah.
Nakua.
I'll take the Bears. Either way.
So we got Bears,
Mars.
1 Rams. I'm going to take the Rams because the Bears haven't shown me they can score enough points yet.
I'm going to take the Rams because last week they could have had 4 sacks and Richardson, but he's too mobile. They
Yeah.
will sack Stafford this week. The Bears line will be after Stafford. I'm
But
taking the Bears.
you're taking the Bears, yeah. I thought
Because the
you said
Bears
that.
line.
First said the
You
Rams.
said the Rams.
Oh,
You
yeah,
said
yeah.
Rams.
I'll take the Bears because Stafford I don't think Stafford will be able to get.
Throwing
Stafford
them.
will get sacked.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
Richardson was in trouble all. And if you listen to the First Zone podcast, we talked about that today.
When is that air?
On Thursdays.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he might. He's not mobile enough
My,
to get away.
my,
from
my, my
rush.
thing is the Bears haven't shown when they get down there. Well, obviously, we saw it this week. Is when they get in the red zone, they're not capitalizing yet. So we'll see. But they're at home too, so that's a big.
I'll be at the
that's-
game. So.
Yeah, you can say, "Oh, fuck you, Ed! Look at they capitalize."
Ram game.
Yeah, just me and Jess are going. So yeah, that was it for that.
Okay, that's our week 4.
Yeah, week 4.
See how
is
close we are.
hopefully, good slate. Anybody, anything else you guys can think of?
About football.
Yeah, a little quiz.
Anything?
I
Yeah,
got
a little quiz question.
Oh, what's the question? Go ahead.
Quiz question.
Okay. You get to make a guess and just keep going until you get it right.
Okay.
Let me go
Who's
back.
first? Me?
You take all night.
I'll go
Well,
first.
The only NFL team with a red face mask.
Patriots.
It's now your turn.
He can go first.
We'll go this
All right,
way.
you got it.
We'll go this way.
Face mask.
Can I say who's up next? Patriots.
Any more questions?
I got a couple.
All right, let's just
Okay.
keep going around then.
Sorry, I thought we were just shouting out. I apologize.
I know.
The only
I like it.
team
Wait, who's
whose name ends in ES.
The only team
Jets.
in
Yep.
ES?
Yes.
Is it out of the 4 sports or football?
Football.
I got it. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Eagles.
You're right.
Go Birds.
The fucking squirrels up working overtime.
There's nuts falling out of your head right now.
This fucking guy gonna give us a turnover? What the fuck?
Whose turn is it? Did you have that question?
Hey,
Whose turn is it?
Patriots! Not your
Wait.
turn.
What if the next question was, whose turn is it? It's Rick's, obviously.
I know it!
All right, Ed, you want a chance? here?
Okay.
No, Rick's got all the acorns in his pocket.
Wait, start.
Just whoever. Just,
Can you
you,
name-
gotta like raise your hand.
All right,
At the table.
Can you
Look at
name?
this.
Can you name the NFL helmets with 2 letters on them. Give me one.
Go.
LA.
NY.
Yep.
There's more, right?
Yep, there's 2 more.
With only 2 letters.
Oh, 2 letters.
2 letters, yeah.
2 letters.
2 letters on them.
San Fran?
Oh, yes, that's what I feel.
That makes sense. Okay.
What do we, we're still missing one?
Oh, there's 3 teams?
Yeah, 3 teams.
I'd given up already. I'm so. I'm not. Oh, no, they don't play there anymore.
Not Tampa Bay.
KC.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there it
ding,
is,
Ding,
yeah.
ding,
Oh,
All
so
right.
no.
I knew 2 of them.
I got.
I thought LA was the third one.
I thought LA was too. I thought the helmet does say LA.
Show 'em what he's won.
Here's one not football related. The only Olympic sport that the USA does not have a participant in. Summer Olympic sport.
That the U.S. did
Does,
not.
does not have a participant, or did not have a participant in.
Is it that?
It's the one game they did it this year for the first time. Did they do that one game? They do in India or Pakistan or whatever.
Cricket?
Cricket?
That's not a. That's not a.
I thought it was gonna be like the
game.
foil
Oh,
thing.
was it Olympics this year?
It's going to be.
Oh, it's going to
going to
be.
be, yeah.
4
Okay.
years.
That's why they're starting these leagues in the U.S. now.
I have no idea. I said foiling or whatever with the
So
with the swords.
It's a team sport. I can help you there.
Rowing? No, we got tons of rowers.
And it was
You
on-
want to say
it was
table
on-
tennis, but it's not table tennis because
It's not team.
Forrest Gump.
it
Which
was-
Gump was on the
and it
team?
was on quite a bit. You saw it.
hang on,
Team sport.
Well,
it's not running.
team sport. We didn't have any.
Which is weird because we probably trained
I
everybody. here.
guarantee you played it in middle school. It's Jim.
Kickball.
Floor hockey?
Made it clear.
Jesus. That wasn't in school. That was after
Wait,
school.
Red Rover, Red Rover.
Yeah, kick the can.
No, what is it floor hockey?
Coop.
No,
Coop.
no.
What is it?
Handball.
Oh, handball.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
We didn't play
handball.
that.
We used to play handball all the time.
Tuggers. And
Dickens and Tuggers.
Well, being married for 30 years.
And I got one last one if you want.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your
Right.
birthday again.
It's going to be too easy.
Just was here like
The first
360
NFL team to
days
lose
ago.
its first 26 games.
The what?
The first NFL team to lose its first 26 games.
In
Okay.
history.
Buccaneers.
Was
There you
it
go.
Tampa? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tampa.
Oh, let me raise my hand. Is it the Buccaneers?
Yes, you're correct.
We used to do the, was it Edge?
At Jeopardy.
Yeah, we don't do it. It was really good too. The name,
Yeah,
the
The
song.
song was good. I can't hear it until you do
What
some
about the
more.
older than Willie thing? That was fun too.
Oh, that was fun. What's older than Willie?
And then there was.
Oh, yeah, I
Where
forgot
are they
that.
now?
Where are they now? Yeah, can't hear the songs unless you guys do it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a lot of
Hot
little.
Stove Hop.
Hot Stove Hop, yeah.
That's the best song of all by far.
What did Hop say?
He said Packers at home he's picking.
Okay.
Really? He's always against his team though. He always badmouths them.
He's going to be up there. He's going to be up in door this weekend.
What's about just him at the vacation?
You be up there for Fall Fest?
What is it, the 18th?
Yeah, it's like 17th, 18th, or whatever it is around there.
Probably a good chance. I don't know.
You going up?
Amber is.
Oh.
I don't want her anywhere near you.
I did run into her the last
Oh,
I know
thought
she's
that
So
a few times. You ran it. I'm just kidding.
That's why she's watching for me.
You destroyed her back seat. It was payback.
Jesus
though.
Christ!
It was
my
payback.
wife.
Well, you destroyed Sean's back seat.
Yeah, but that was all in good fun.
He's more of a beard rider than a mustache
And
rider.
I was drunk when it happened.
And she wishes she
You got a
was.
problem with drunk Ed? You got to get hold of drunk Ed.
Ed wasn't having a freak off. He's having an eat off.
I was eating tacos.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So was Willie. What the?
Yeah,
Willie's just underneath him waiting for the drippings.
Ooh, tomato.
Get it. Is that sour cream?
No. Waka, 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 waka. So, closing thoughts? Is that where we're at?
yeah, hopefully.
So, Ed, start us off before Eric.
Let's see what I got here.
It's the best way to go.
Hey, you guys, remember when Pizzagate came out and every media outlet made fun of conservatives for believing there was this huge child sex trafficking ring with high-profile celebrities, politicians, and law enforcement agencies all involved? Wow, they were way off, huh?
I never really know how to follow stuff like that. I had some notes. I was going to talk about the NBA.
Go ahead.
12 days till a Bucks preseason game, and 1 month until they start. So, Joel Embiid had extension today, $192 million for 3 years. That's crazy.
Is he worth it?
Is he? I don't know. I mean, is anybody worth
He
it?
didn't look like he was in the Olympics, did he?
No. Yeah.
Okay, smell how's moving the churro truck.
Anybody excited about the President's Cup this weekend? I think it's going to be a beatdown.
That's like a poor man's Ryder Cup, right?
Yeah.
I was
the
thinking
international team. So it's in Canada. It's the Canadians, and then all the, the Tom Kims and the Australians, the Japanese, South Korea.
Australians can't get in. They have DUIs.
Yeah.
DUIs in Canada.
yeah, you can't get in.
So then, like, those guys aren't playing. What's his name?
Scheffler's wasn't a
Greg
DUI.
Norman.
Yeah, it was a hit and run.
So is it U.S. versus international?
It's U.S. international, so it's not Europe.
Any live players?
No, I mean our team's basically looks a lot like what our Ryder Cup team was like. It's Shoffley and Scheffler.
Who's in charge?
basically.
Who's the captain?
The captain is
It's not all.
Furyk.
Yeah,
Furyk.
Jim
The other guy's a moron.
Keegan Bradley's actually playing on this team. He's the next Ryder Cup.
Is
captain.
Justin Thomas in it or anybody? Oh, he can't. He had surgery.
Speed had surgery.
Oh, Speed
He
did.
had surgery.
Well, Justin Thomas got picked.
It's like
over
all
Keegan
those guys.
Bradley.
It's Harmon and it's
Who do you think's gonna win?
I think the U.S. is a heavy favorite. I mean, if you just look at the top two players, the
Is it
two
a
guys, Scheffler and Shoffley.
Well-known golf course they're playing on, or
It's some.
Royal Mount or Mount something?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Canada. It's in oh Canada.
Mount
It's
St. Royal.
Poutine.
Oh yeah, it's something Royal.
Poutine Country Club.
oh yeah, Poutine Country Club.
Yeah. Right. It's right next to the.
That's where P Diddy used to play at
El
Poutine
Snore.
Country Club.
It's right next to the El Snore Brewery. Put a mouse in the. Right. We'll take 12. No, make that 24. El
These ones
Snore.
got
Quit being a hoser.
mouse in it, eh?
It's the Jelly Donut Club.
Can
Make it a jelly.
you guys be serious? We're talking about golf.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And can I make a prediction on the President's Cup? Somebody gets assassinated.
Wow.
No, that's a different.
Well, the U.S. wins, and then 3 hours later, some different holes come in, and the scores change.
The scores all change at 3 a.m.
We were 4-0, we went to bed. Rick, closing thoughts.
Please.
Yeah, no, I really got nothing to follow those two.
Really? You're like the Jeffrey Ross of our group. You're like the soak master.
It's Roast Master.
Oh, my fault. He said he was a soak
He's a
master.
soak master general.
We're gonna jump on the bed next to Rick.
I like soakies.
Willie, I don't know if is it good or bad that we don't go on these trips.
Well, y'all know what soaking is.
It's not cheating if you're soaking.
Yeah, that's a BYU chicks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
The only
great
problem-
weekend.
we couldn't even do that because none of us can jump.
You get one from me off the top rope. That's it.
First jump, pull the hammy.
I'm in. Oh, I can't do that. My back's all fucked.
Man down, man down.
We got 3 guys injured soaking.
At this point, I feel like Euchre in Major League.
Oh, did you see Euchre?
Or that would be Letterman, right? Like he almost crumpled it up.
Did you see what Euchre did when they won the championship? When they won the division?
No.
And he's down there and they're pouring beer at him and somebody did something. He's like, I almost peed. Everybody goes nuts.
Was he 80?
Good for
He's
him.
in
Good
the
for
80s.
him.
Oh, Euchre's awesome.
Yeah,
Who's the guy in the end there?
Rick Sutcliffe.
No, the other end. The big guy.
Some other old guy.
Looks like woo. No,
Is that Boog Powell?
Bobby just
that was your closing thought then. Soak
Yeah,
Master.
I really got
The
nothing.
Soap Master.
Willie, closing thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for another 5 wins for the Detroit Tigers to make it
Nice,
in the
let's
playoffs.
go.
Yeah.
So if they win 5, they're in.
Well, they're
Oh, they
up a
need-
game.
you need
They're up a
another
half
Magic.
game right now.
No, 'cause they
What
just
is
have
the
to win
magic
more.
number? Is there a magic number when you're a wild card? It's like it's too close, isn't it?
It's probably the rest of the games.
Yeah.
Well, they just
So if it's
they're-
5
they're-
games,
they're
if
the
they
sec-
lose, you win. They lose, you win. You
Yeah.
overtake
They're
them.
the second wild card in right now because Baltimore's the first.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this isn't gonna be one of those things you watch because you're gonna have to wait until the last day, and then it's not. There's gonna be 3 or 4 teams getting settled within those last 2 days, probably.
Let me see if I have
Again.
these.
2
The magic
games
number is 2
for the Tigers.
for the Tigers.
With how many games to
And
play? 4 or 5?
5 left.
Yeah.
5 left.
So it's gonna be with
2
every.
against Tampa and 3 against the White Sox.
Yeah, so it's going to be. I mean, you got the Mariners in there, you got the Detroit, you got the Twins, and you got
The
Kansas
Twins
City.
and Seattle are both 2 back. So
Yes.
if
Who,
Detroit
who
wins
picked?
2.
Anybody picked the Tigers to be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Did we make picks this year?
Yeah.
Do you have them somewhere? I don't have them.
I gotta look at my notebook.
Ed's the scribe all of a sudden.
Yeah, Ed, we wrote them down. I thought he wrote them.
I got the MVPs
You know, like
and
that
stuff.
guy
For
is
baseball?
Oh, here.
there?
Okay,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
Steve
wait
Trout.
till next week.
That's Steve
Close it
Trout.
up. Don't say anything yet. We'll talk about it next week.
That's Steve Trout at the end, I think.
So, oh, is it?
That big guy.
Jody.
So next week we'll talk
Does it
playoffs
look like
because they'll be
Steve
set
Trout?
next week, right?
I got all the last place teams.
Yeah, we did that. I remember doing the last. Who do you think's gonna be last place?
Oh, okay.
I was there
You
for
gotta
that.
have them somewhere then.
That was my last show before summer break.
Maybe I got more stuff here. I gotta look.
We'll look at it next week. We'll
Nobody likes that. Before
Summer
summer break?
break.
So
Last show.
everybody's all good. Everybody's all good with closing thoughts.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just one other thing to add is we should do an NBA preview, but
Oh,
Okay, next week we'll pull it out.
in 2 weeks we should do NBA preview.
Yep, 2 weeks we'll do NBA preview.
Okay, we'll do this next week.
And it just says Orioles clinched the playoff berth, Astros clinched the AL West. That just came from my thing.
There we go.
So little playoff preview. So next week we'll talk baseball, and obviously NFL will. That'll be Monday next week. It looks like. We'll be
Yeah.
back Monday. After a couple weeks of not being around.
Tomfoolery.
It's
Taco
tomfoolery.
Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesday. And
Let's talk about it next week.
it's really hurting me to say somebody picked the White Sox.
did I?
It's probably me.
No.
I don't know.
Did you?
Baseball anymore.
No.
Oh, so anyway, yeah, so we'll talk next week. Thanks, guys, for coming out tonight and doing the show. Remember,
I hate goodbye.
I hate goodbyes. Remember, check out the 46 Zone podcast and check out all of our stuff on Facebook. And I have it in here, so I haven't played that in a while. Let's see.
Good, we finally got a partner podcast.
That's everything. Except now it's called X, not Twitter. Sorry, I'm still stuck in the old days.
Twitter.
Can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Tells you how long this podcast has been around. Longer than X.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks a lot for Rick, Eric, Ed, and Willie. I am Scott. Everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
There it is. There it is.
So I want to hear some of the Zone 46. I wonder if they got any crossover of special effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Somebody threw shit on the floor.
How long is that show? This 46 show.
46 Zone.
Have you listened to it yet, Willie?
Should make Eric Dorff from Dorff on Golf.
That's how I've been playing lately.
Fantastic.
I got golf injuries right now. That's how bad I've been playing.